I still think that us doing consecutive videos, like you doing an episode, me doing an episode, I still think that would be good for both of our channels because it'd bring my viewers over to you to see what's next, or your viewers over to mine to see what's next. But it's really not a big deal, dude.
Well, like I
I
said,
get hung up on stupid shit sometimes,
nah,
dude.
it's a good idea. So, like I said, if you want to do it, man, just let me know. I'll stop the stream for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want you to stop your stream though, bro. I mean, you keep going with the stream like when we're just purely making videos, then I think it would be a good idea to do that. But if you're doing your stream, man, I want your stream to take priority because that's going to be eventually that's going to be another revenue another it's going to be another source of income for you. And you know, so it's important that you get your Twitch up there along with your YouTube because it can become big, if not bigger, a source of income than YouTube, dude. It has that potential.
Maybe I don't Twitch as much these days.
You need to Twitch on a regular schedule, man. I mean, I'm telling you, I know there are people out there who make lots of money, dude, from Twitch, more money than YouTube, dude. So you know, like Gold Glove, for example, dude, he makes most of his money on Twitch.
I
And
didn't.
go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say I'd have to do a bigger game than Everquest. I love doing Everquest videos. I'm not gonna stop doing those, but you have to
So
have
do
so
that.
many. You have to have so many views. I don't have the time lately, man. I've been working too much, so.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, once you get back to maybe if you get over 10 to 15,000 people, you can go back to doing YouTube full time, dude. I'd rather see you do. But I mean, yeah, man, a Twitch schedule that the income from Twitch I hear is quite significant, dude. So you know, because people subscribe to you, man. If you got 100 subscribers, I think you get $3, and basically Twitch gets $2 from that deal. So that's $300 a week, dude, or $300 a month, or whatever, dude. So, and you know, eventually you got 5,000, 10,000 people subscribing, dude. You no longer have to do YouTube. Of course, you're still doing YouTube because you're probably making $2,000 or $3,000 a month from YouTube at that point. So you know, it's just they feed off each other, dude, in my opinion. But the only thing that bothers me about Twitch is people record Twitch and then they put it on YouTube. If I'm a fan of yours and I'm watching both your content, I want to see unique content. You know, but that's just me, dude. I mean, I'm sure there are other people who, you know, don't mind that.
See,
But
I do a little bit of both. You know, I'll do the videos with you, which is just straight up videos, and then I'll do the Twitch with mostly the rest of the gang. You know, and then
yeah, see, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the fact that if he's on Twitch, he's still doing unique stuff for YouTube. I don't want to come and be in your stream for a few hours and then go and watch the same thing on YouTube, dude. But that's just me. So you know, I mean, other people are different.
Spirit of Wolf leaves me.
I got some potions, dude. So
I always forget to buy them, man. Like I gotta start remembering to do that.
see, I got $5,900 in the bank. Let me actually take another 200 out.
You got dollars in the bank? Somebody's
I
all
got
I'm
dollars in the
seeing.
bank. No, I got 5,700 plat, dude, which is awesome.
It's a decent amount of
Which
money,
means
man.
I can buy something. Yeah, you know, it's all right. It's the most money I've had on this tune ever. So, yeah. And I've got almost a full set of champions gear. So, you know, it's been a good life. Oh shit! I almost forgot my stuff I was gonna give you, dude.
I was gonna say
I wonder.
you're pretty set on your guy, other than maybe like a few really expensive items or something.
Yeah, exactly. I just need a couple new weapons and a couple other armor pieces, dude. Like Kale Plate House, dude. Eventually, I hope we get to go there. But man, I'm selfish, dude, and you feed my selfishness by being, always doing what I want to do and stuff like that. You need to be more assertive and do some stuff that you want to do sometimes, because I'm selfish, dude. And I don't mean to be.
To be honest, man, helping out the tank helps out everybody. Because
Yeah,
the
but
better you can tank, not that you were not taking very well in the first place, but like the more you can tank, the bigger and better places we can go to in the future. And we saw that when we went down to those golems or whatever they were down in Seb. Yeah, like those are
Right.
those are some pretty tough dudes, but you were able to tank them now that you got your champion gear. So.
Oh yeah, dude.
Plus, everybody wants that gear for their alts. So, like when we go there, everybody's all hoping they'll get a breastplate or a pair of pants or something.
Oh yeah, I mean that's fine, dude. I mean, all I want is that, like I said, that bracer and the Vambrax, dude.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm on the way to Lava Storm with Doom, dude.
Oh, no, I'm almost to the entrance to Commons from
Oh, okay,
Night
cool,
Forest.
cool. All right, well, I'll run that way. I'm leaving the bank right now. Almost to the zone line. I don't. I think Sith Lord is over in the frickin' Greater Fade, and
Chief,
so I hope he's. I hope he's got enough money on him to get a port.
I can port you with my wizard
Oh, that's
to.
right.
What do you want, like North Karanas?
Yeah. Where are we going, dude? Have you decided where we're going?
You know, wherever. I think my Shadow Knight is in Lava Storm, but I don't know if Soleil is gonna be too hard for us because I'm not really a DPS class. Like,
Are you streaming yet?
yeah, I started.
Okay. Well, maybe we can get some people to come out and help us, man. If we could get a little bit more DPS, dude. I mean, you can tank, I can heal. And if we do the entrance or something like that, or haven't we taken those tunes to the bartender room before?
We have, but I mean, we had DPS with us, with other people.
Yeah, we just need a couple more people.
I mean, I could probably burn one down if we just got singles, but there's not really a lot of places to get singles in there, is there?
No, it's not a good place for. It's definitely a place where you want a good strong group. We'll figure something out.
Sash of the Dragonborn. We could make our way over to Mistmoore. I mean, there's only two of us, a tank and a cleric. We could start a group or get into one.
Yeah, we can try Mistmoore, man. The only problem with Mistmoore is usually it's fucking camped at. It's camped at 9s, dude.
There are 2 people in Mistmoore right now.
Ooh, finally, a break.
A 20,
yeah, man.
27 Enchanter and a 21 Rogue, so that's like right around our level. We might be able to put one together.
But I might have to give this stuff to your wizard then. Yeah, let me run over to the entrance of Neriac, dude, and I'll camp and I'll camp and see where my cleric actually is.
Alright, well, let me give you this stuff then, in case I do have to switch over to the other guy. And Robe for your caster.
Oh, I think he's Bro Fizzlebutt? Oh, what is this?
For your
Jetpack.
cleric could use it eventually.
It's not gonna be anytime soon. Thank you, sir. All right, let me check on that. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, I'll switch over to my wizard and start running him over.
He might be an upper guck, dude. So just give me a minute, dude, because I can't even remember where I had him last time. It's been that long. Want to buy Minimus Axe of the Villian Brood 1,400 plat. How much you pay for yours, dude?
I think it was about a K, because I sat there for a long time waiting to see if I could get it for a good price.
Okay, so Sith Lord is in Lake Rathtier, dude.
Lake Wrath. If you run them over to either Khazak Thul or North Karanas, I can meet you like halfway. They're both about the same distance.
Oh, it's gonna be yeah, it'll be North Karana, dude. You don't have East Karana?
I might, but you're in Lake, right?
Yeah, I'm in Lake Rathtier. East Karana is gonna be I don't know. I don't know where
the lake is. You'd have to go to south, and then from south to north, and then from north to east.
Okay. All right. So let me log back on Zoom and give your wizard all that gear and stuff, dude.
Okay, I will meet you in the commons then. Or I'll start running over from the...
Yeah, I gotta run all the way through South Karana with Sith Lord, dude, so it's gonna take me a minute. I wonder if I can port you to... If we decided we want to level here, dude. My druid could get you to EKR. No, I don't know if I have North Karana.
Do
I think
east?
I have EK. Yeah, East Karana, yeah.
No, that's right there next to it, though. It's close.
What level is your Shadow Knight?
27?
That's perfect, dude. We're both the same level.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can kill a KFC or something.
Either KFC or Mistmoore, whichever one you want to do.
Oh, yeah, Mistmoore. I forgot, dude. Yeah, Mistmoore sounds great, dude.
You sound so enthused about it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I like Mistmoore. I do actually like being around the pond. All right, so I guess I'm going to have to log on to Thune, give all your stuff to the to your wizard, and then log on Corvellis and take Sith Lord to Eastern Corona, or take your Villas. Is that the plan? That's so much work to actually just to have fun and.
Well, I mean, we're doing some stuff for your cleric though. We're getting him his gear that he's been needing for a while now. You're probably gonna get an extra like 30 wisdom out of all that gear.
I hope so, dude.
Those shoulders alone are pretty amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
What's up?
I said thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, buddy. Where's my care package at, dude?
Sitting right next to my door.
Did I just log back in? I just logged back in. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it gives me time to get all the way there.
Alright, you might hear me chewing on nuts, dude. Don't be alarmed. Nuts and cranberries. So good.
Yeah, I like the cashew ones.
That's what they are, cashews.
Cashews are amazing. Let's see. This guy's a little overweight. My wizard, I don't know, man. Like, I like him because he's uber, where he can just, like, one-shot enemies or very, very close to it. He's just very limited. I hear what you guys have to say about the druids, how they can, solo by themselves. They have the spirit of wolf. They have all those ports to kind of places that people will actually want to go. And it just seems like they have more utility than a wizard does.
They're awesome. Druids are awesome, dude. I ain't gonna lie.
Wizard is more of like a one-note type of character. It has a direct damage. That's it.
Yeah, but a lot of direct damage.
Yeah, I mean they do that very well, but they don't have anything else under their belt. They, with J boots, they can solo a little bit by their quad kiting, but it's very kind of I don't know. From what I've heard, it's very difficult to get started, to figure it out how to do it, because you make one mistake, you get smacked by 4 mobs in a row, and anything past like level 30 is going to be pretty much just death at that point.
So where's your wizard at, dude? I'm running toward the Wizard Spire in WC.
You're already in WC? I just zoned over until the East Commons.
No, I just left I just zoned in and left I'm running along the wall past Orc 1.
Oh, okay, so I'm at Orc 2 right now.
All right. I don't know why I'm running along the wall. Nothing in this zone can hurt me.
Well, that's where I'm at right now, so that works. Figured that'd be the easiest place to find you, instead of running through the zone.
I can't believe I made my last name the Barbarian, dude. I'm such a dork.
It's a good name.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you make a decision because I've got the. Well, that's not much of a decision. Give this to a noob. The shoulders, because the shoulders you gave me are more suitable to my cleric. And you'll probably have to end up giving this to Fizzlebutt too for me.
Hold on.
You have room. Okay.
Making sure all that goes in the right bag.
Man, those nuts and cranberries and stuff, they're good, but they're just boring as shit, dude.
They're what?
Boring. It's just boring as shit.
I have a duplicate lore item that would result in blah blah blah. So try giving it to me one at a time.
Okay. I bet it's that Bonecaster robe.
Oh, it is. It is. That's what I'm wearing. I'm an idiot. All right, yeah. Give me the other ones. Give me.
I'll just hold on to it, man. It's cool. That's a nice looking robe, dude. This is what's gonna look fine in that shit. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it works. It's yeah, the shoulders too. You got them in there.
Oh yeah, they moved places when I got rejected. What is convergence? You got a necro, don't you? Yeah. There's your necro spells. I don't know what it does.
Okay, I will meet you in the Piranhas. Let's see.
All right.
North Gate, I think.
I will run to North Carolina as fast as I can. I think the Wizard Spire is pretty close to the zone line, actually.
Yeah, it's right there, so I just got to run across the entire South Piranhas.
Wait, why do you have to run? I've been running to you.
I'm not going to be running, really. I'm going to be, like, waddling. I'm, like, 40 pounds overweight with this armor.
Yeah, my cleric's not going to like that either.
Hey, turn up the bacon. Yeah, you know, the game is absolutely amazing. Even after all these years, he says he totally misses this game. So me and Thum definitely know what you're talking about.
Come back to it, man.
Yeah, just be aware, you know, it can kind of suck you in a little bit. So you gotta enjoy the.
Yeah, you gotta have
journey.
free time, dude. You gotta have free. It feels like I never have. The older I get, the less free time I have. But okay, I'm just gonna run south, dude, or north. Yeah, I'm gonna run north, dude. That's what I'm gonna do. Hello?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
I thought you cut out, dude. Skype made a funny noise. I was like, oh my god, I lost him.
Oh, thank you so much, man, for the Spirit of Wolf. That is a lifesaver right there.
Oh yeah, somebody watching gave you a Spirit of the Wolf?
Yeah, he's sitting over here killing guards and his ogre.
Oh, cool. Tell him I said hello, man.
We are going to be heading over to Mistmoore, maybe, and trying to put a group together. We did a Who All a couple minutes ago, and there was only 2 people in the zone. It's super early, so we might be able to put something together at the pond, or maybe go into the graveyard with our Shadow Knights and Cleric.
So all around level 25 are welcome.
Or mains, if your main is level 20 something.
No, if your main's level 27, you need to go bury your head in the sand.
Right.
Does that mean? No, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just playing, dude. I once had a main that was level 27.
Yeah, when I started playing EQ, I had 0 kids. Now I have 5. Little free time. Definitely with 5 kids.
Holy crap!
You're right there with the kind of the where I grew up with
You need to go get your nuts tied, dude. Man, Jesus Christ.
My mom had 6 boys and 2 girls, so yeah, I know what a big family kind of feels like. I loved it. I love growing up in a family like that. So, right.
Is your wife not mad at you, dude? She's got to be mad at you. She's got to be like pissed off at you, like forever.
Yeah, some people want a lot of kids, dude.
Yeah, I guess.
But I mean, you can definitely play for like an hour here, an hour there. Me and Thum, when we first started out, what do you think we were playing for? Like 3 hours during the weekend, and that was pretty much it for a whole week.
That's all we've ever played, dude. For about maybe 3 or 4 hours. Like, well, you play a lot. You play a little bit more than I do, but yeah, I mean, usually, unless it's like I get a week off or get time off, then I'll play on Saturdays for about 3 or 4 hours. So.
And it's taken us about 2 years to get up to the point that we're at now, but it's been fun. I've had a blast doing it, and I think it keeps me coming back for more because I don't get to sit here and play, all day long every day.
All day, every day.
Some people do. That poop sock and stuff, man. It's a real thing for some of these people out there.
Takes dedication.
Yeah, a little bit too much. Like I don't think I got that in me anymore. When I was younger.
No. Yeah, when I played World of Warcraft, I was into that stuff. But I was able to play for I used to play World of Warcraft it seemed like once a month I'd spend 36 hours on a weekend playing it.
Jeez, it's like a whole job right there, man.
Yeah.
I'm running past Noel Hill right now. I don't know where you're at in the zone.
That's 36 hours at a time, too, guys. I'm talking about. I would take almost 3 days and just play Everquest, dude. Not Everquest, World of Warcraft. Non-stop.
Where you at in here?
I'm running due south, dude. I mean, due north. I'm running due north.
Have you gotten past
the bridge?
The Knoll?
Oh, yeah.
You have?
Way past that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, then I'll turn around.
Oh, well, is that where you're at?
Yeah.
Because I can go, I'll come back.
All right. If you know the way
if
back.
I can find it. We'll see. Oh, yeah, I can see the Knowles hill from right here.
Oh, sweet. Okay. You want me to do G?
I'm at the first spire, dude. I'm at the first spire.
First spire.
Yeah, unless you can get me closer, can you get me a steam font?
No, not yet. I see a necro out here.
You're close to me then.
Dream Wiz.
Yeah, I'm right. I'm probably to his right. Oh, there's a druid.
Yeah, I see a wolf.
Yeah, there you are.
There, yeah, I got you. Give me a hug. Okay, your equipment. Oh, you're still wearing that
Robe,
huh?
Yeah. That's probably not gonna get replaced for it. And it's a shitty robe too, dude. I mean, I think you gave it to me and I appreciate it, but damn, dude, it doesn't even have any wisdom on it, dude.
Oh, then I didn't give you that one. I don't think.
If you did, that's a great way to say thanks for the robe, dude. I love you. You need a small bronze girdle, dude?
I do not. It is a emulator, but it is completely legit. They do have permission from Daybreak Games, which is the company that owns Everquest now. Sony sold them the game, I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. This server does not make any money whatsoever. There's no real money transfers. That is completely and totally against the rules. And that is one of the main reasons why Daybreak Games is completely fine with the server doing what they do. So you can come on here, you can play, no fear of being shut down or losing your characters. They've been here for, I think it's like 7 or 8 years now. The server's been up. I've only been on it for like 2 or 3 years myself, but
I hate that fucking hat, dude. So this I can't wear because I've already got it. This I can't wear because I've already got it. This is not as good. Wait, hold on. Well, my Cougar Call skin earrings have 3 wisdom. The several Scaleband bracts have no wisdom. Dex and agility is what they have. They got much better AC, but I need wisdom, so there you go. And yeah, so just give those away, dude, or do whatever you want to with them. Sell them. I don't care.
All right. It's called Project 1999. In fact, I might have the website up, and I can link it in the chat. If not, I'll find it for you guys real quick.
The Obulus is a big upgrade, though. That's a huge upgrade, dude. Holy crap, that's
nice,
awesome.
Man.
Yeah, there's another noob thing. If you know, I could probably give it to a noob just as easy as you, but you got the travel skills. Sith Lord does not. Thank you, sir. Look at that stupid hat, dude. Look at that. Oh my god, it looks so dumb. Oh my god, I hate it.
You don't like it? Like the little
No.
chain little I don't know what you would
Oh,
call that, but
it's so bad, dude. Oh god.
it's kind of cool. It doesn't match your outfit at all, but
No, dude. I want the skull, dude. Why won't they give me the skull? I don't
not the
understand.
skull. Well, you know the dark elves do get better looking armor than anybody else in the game later on.
Yeah. Much later on in the game. My purple armor looks actually pretty sweet on me, dude, when I get it. It did on my old necromancer. I mean, my old cleric.
You talking about the Planet Hate armor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I like the way.
I don't know about the Kale armor, like that stuff, the Thurg and the.
Oh, great! This is gonna be a hell of a run, dude. All right, let me. Where's Vilaz at?
He is in Lava Storm.
Okay, I'm coming to get you.
All right, let me switch over.
I'll have to drop you off at Butcher Block, dude, and I'll probably just wait for you at the entrance to Great Buffet.
Actually, these sub-scale arms? No, those are decks. Sub-scale gloves?
Those would be good for. Can a halfling rogue wear them, dude?
Halfling rogue. Wait, you're rogue?
Yeah.
Yeah, rogue and halfling. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's something to think about. He's got no gear, dude. So.
Oh, if he doesn't have any gear, we'll switch it up later. Then throw all.
Okay, that sounds good, bro. Maybe before we log, I'd appreciate it.
And those shoulders too would be good for him.
Yeah, like I said, I think all he's got is a BP and a dagger, dude. If I'm not mistaken. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's so Corvellis. Dreadlands. What am I doing in the Dreadlands? Where am I in the Dreadlands? This could get nasty.
As long as you didn't go Link Dead in the middle of like the Yeti Cave or something.
Or in the middle of the zone, right? Where 3 drachnids are all over my anal cavity immediately.
But yeah, if you're curious about playing the game, guys, you do need a copy of Everquest Titanium. It's one of the, not expansions, but you know, at some point they kind of put all the expansions together in a group on a disc, and they called it Everquest Titanium. That's the version they use for the server, and the community here is by far the best community I've ever met on any MMO that I've ever played on. It's just amazing how nice.
Absolutely, absolutely the best. The guys here are just amazing, dude. The guys and the gals, I should say. I mean, by guys I mean the collective men and women who play this game are just so cool.
Well, you know, like the men that play the game, and then like the 2 women that were on here.
No, man, that's quite a bit of it.
There's a few.
Quite a bit of ladies, dude. Yeah. Like Sky and Tara? Or is it Shy?
Shy?
It's Shy. It's not. Yeah, it's not.
Like
It's
Sky?
not
You
Sky.
talking about Skyliz? Because you know she plays too, but
Yeah. See. Yeah. Okay. So what am I looking for? Ring. Where's my Ring of Lava Storm? There it is. Okay, I got it. So you've got Greater Fey and I've got Butcher Block, so you're gonna be much further away. So no, I can get you to Steam Font. That's right, dude. I can get you right next door. That's where I'll take you. And I'll just run.
you can enter my name if you want to. I don't get anything out of it. I think they're just trying to keep track of like if people are being referred to them from somebody, or if they're finding it off of like the internet, or I don't know what they're doing with that question actually, but. Yeah, it's not important. You can put me down if you want, but you don't have to. There we go. Oh, I got a Spirit of Wolf too, maybe?
I'm stuck, dude. I'm stuck. Do you have a Spirit of the Wolf?
No, but I can use one.
Okay, if you got one.
Give me. We are on Project 1999. Is the server that we're playing on. It is a emulated server to kind of recreate the old days of classic EverQuest as best as they can. There's a few little things that they haven't gotten around to. They've been working on it bit by bit over the last like 7-8 years, and they've gotten very, very close. It goes all the way up to Velius. So no cat people, no moon, no plane of power, unfortunately. There's a few.
We got cat people. We got cat people in.
They're there, but you can't play them.
Yeah, you can't play them. Yeah. Cat people.
Yeah, I liked a lot of the zones in Plains of Power, especially the raid zones. But I do definitely like the classic feel of Everquest a little bit more. It's a little bit more challenging, a lot slower.
What is that you got on your upper body, dude? Is that all crusty?
Most of it is crusty. I think there's a few sentient pieces on here.
Hey, Krusty BP looks fucking tough, dude. I
Yeah.
like a lion or what, a dragon or whatever that is. That's badass,
It doesn't look that great on a ogre, that's for sure.
dude.
It looks like you're a giant orange or something. I don't know, but on a dark
Does
elf,
it have the skull on it? Does it have the
no,
skull?
no, no. It doesn't have any
Okay.
graphics on it. It looks like an orange, literally like an orange.
All right. Okay. Okay. You're safe, right? Are you running? Have you run off
No,
already?
I haven't
Oh
run
no,
off
there
yet, but
you are.
I know
Okay.
the way.
Okay. All right.
So I have less of a run than you do, punk. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Not
I
by
shall return.
not by much. I mean, the zone for Lesser Fadar is right there next to the Wizard Port, so. I got some decent gear on this guy. I think I need to upgrade a little bit more. His sword could be better. He's a sword of Skyfire. 10 damage, 22 delay.
That's a good sword, dude. I used to use it.
Yeah, it's not too bad. There's a few pieces, though. Like his bracer is not all that great. It'd be nice to
There's
get him.
always better gear, man. There's always better gear for us to get out there until we get the TOV level, which I don't know if me and you will oh, I don't know if I should say I don't know if I'll ever get to that point because I'm probably never going to join a guild, dude.
I think it's just gonna come down to what kind of work schedule you have, which changes as time goes on, and then of course finding the right guild that does raids during the time that you can go. So anything's definitely possible. It's just
Yeah, when I get another job, I may actually be able to find a decent guild and stuff like that, dude. But I mean, to go on most of the raids that I've seen, it'd have to be a second shift job, and it'd have to be on a day off, you know. So, but that's what I want anyway. I want a second because I like waking up late in the morning. I like going to bed late. So that's what. And this construction shit, waking up at 4:30 in the morning is just it's crap, dude. I don't like it.
I am definitely not a morning person, so I'm right there with you. But yeah, it's kind of nice. I think Kittens does some stuff in the morning, so if you ever wanted to do, a few raids here and there in the morning, that's a guild that has.
They seem like they have a good reputation too, you know.
They're
It
amazing.
seems to me.
It
So.
kind of boggles my mind just how much they group together. When I've been in so many other guilds where, yeah, they raid, but you really don't hear from them the rest of the time. Unless
Yeah,
you're.
you're not.
Go ahead.
You're not hearing. I haven't heard a lot of bad press on them. I don't think I've heard any bad press on them except they retired with the Blackhearts.
Well, that was a really good relationship while it lasted. And that's how I found out about them in the first place. We were in Blackheart Pirates. They would come along on the raids, and they were always super friendly. They always kind of waited at the end of the raids to make sure everybody got out. Whereas most guilds, you kind of left up to your own devices. Sometimes they're just like, oh, you don't got a West Commons cap, well then you're dead, kind of thing.
We'll come back and get you when we're not so tired.
Right. Yeah, and then when with Blackheart Pirates went kind of the way of the dodo, they're still around. There's still a few people in them, and they're still doing their thing, but they're definitely not as big as they used to be, and going after the targets and grouping as much as they were when we were in there. Not that we brought a lot to the table or anything, but we definitely were the driving force.
I think I'm gonna run into the High Elf City. Check it out, Caledon. Think I'll be all right.
Felwith?
Is it Felwith?
Or are you talking about the dwarf city? Caledon is a dwarf city.
Okay, I was talking about Felwith. Yeah, those guys are friendly. That's what Scowl ready to attack means, right?
No. I mean, you are technically a cleric, but you are
they don't like me.
You're a dark elf.
Inner baby.
Ooh, but these dark elves over here along the wall, they do like me.
Eventually, we're gonna have to come over here and kill the High Elf guards, dude. I wonder if we can do that with a full group.
I can actually do that with my monk right now, so.
Okay, where is how far past Felwith is the entrance to Lesser Fay?
Oh, you already passed it. It's in between the Wizard Port and Felwith, along the
Oh
path.
well, shit.
That's why I was like,
I
oh,
passed it. I looked right at it. I was like, hey, that's leads to a zone somewhere.
yeah, that's Lesser Fay.
Oh, okay, well, fuck.
It's not
I
that
gotta
far
run
back.
back now. A Junta died. Nothing makes me happier than seeing dead high elves, dude.
That's
That
just,
oh, look at all the dead high elves up on this hill, dude. Check
this,
that out, dude.
this is messed up. This is me. They never did nothing to these
Look
guys.
at that. Oh, there's a dead dark elf over here, dude. What the crap? A
Oh, well,
donker.
he deserved that. Dark elf. I mean, what is a dark elf doing in GFA anyways?
Well, you know.
That guy came up to no good. That's for sure.
He didn't do very well at it. He got killed right in front of it. I mean, he'll never get his corpse back, dude.
You can drag from pretty far away, and if you have to, you just take that second death. As long as you're not bound on the other continent, that would suck having to take the boat just to get your body back again.
I need to make an enchanter just one day, just so I can charm one of the guards and have him fight the priest of discord, dude, like people used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
Used to love that, dude. Used to love to watch that.
Let's see. 27 Shadow.
I do not have a spirit of wolf. This run right here is going to be extremely painful. And that's a pain your cord now because he will kill me because he has a huge fucking aggro range.
The unicorn?
Yeah, he's got a huge aggro range. Dude, I tried to get past him on the wall one time, and he wasn't having any of it.
I always cut across the zone that now that I know it, so much better than I did when I first came back again. I don't go left when I zone in. I kind of turn a little bit to the right and go straight.
Oh yeah, really? Just a little bit to the right?
Yeah,
Okay.
when you come in, if you take like a 30-degree angle to your right, you can cut clear across the zone because the zone's not a square; it's a rectangle. And when you come in from GFA, you're at the bottom left of that rectangle, and you're going to the top right of that rectangle. So you can
Yeah, but there's mobs
picture it.
there's mobs in here that will eat me, dude. You
The
realize that,
brownies, things of that sort. Yeah, you just gotta be careful.
right? Let me go first person view mode. Yeah, the paint unicorn and the brownies will definitely eat me. I think they'll eat anybody actually. I don't think they're friends with any race. I don't have a slow either. Do I even have a stall pot? I don't think this character does. It looks like I might be summoning food and water. No, I don't.
All right, got us a group, man.
Hell yeah, dog. You have to share something, dog.
Got us at the pound. Looks like
They know I'm coming?
Yeah, I got us both.
Oh shit, that's a Orc Centurion, and I'm scared the crap out of me. I was like, is he gonna kill me? And then I remember he's an Orc Centurion. I'm level 27.
Come on in, baby. So we're gonna kill everything before you get here, though.
That's fine. Is it those two people over there?
Actually, there was a few more people in the zone that were anonymous. So they've been hiding on us.
Anonymous.
Oh yeah, we're wrecking face on these things, man.
That's good.
Don't quite have feigned death yet, though, so I'm gonna have to get 2 here.
Wow, this song is big, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, it's one of those. Oh crap! Where'd you go?
One of those what?
It's one of those zones that people just kind of pass through and they miss out on. I think
Oh yeah, okay.
I think there's a lot to offer in there if people would just kind of take the time to check it out. Because there's a sisters camp in there that I've never gone to, but I hear that's amazing experience at lower levels for people who like to solo. And then, of course, you got your Druid Epic piece.
Oh, this is a cool boss, dude. I wonder whose boss he is, dude. So I think you may have led me astray, dude.
Oh, did you try cutting across?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep an eye out for the butterflies. And if you hit the corner of a wall or something like that, you've got a little bit too far. Just go back to your left.
Okay. It probably wouldn't be so bad if I had. Yeah, there's the corner of the wall.
Yeah, so keep the wall on your right.
Okay. All right. Who's maintaining? Are you maintaining?
I am maintaining it. Yeah, we have a shaman, a wizard, a rogue, a shadow knight, and I don't know what the other guy. I think he's a necromancer. So not a bad group. I think once you get here, the shaman can stop healing, and he'll definitely toss some busts my way.
Oh, there's a butterfly. Am I at the right place? There's Stonehenge looking something.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it. You get the butterflies. You're there.
I made it. Okay, I'm gonna zone in, dude. I've got to use the bathroom after that, though. I got to go tinkle like a fairy. Or is it? Yeah, it's tinkle. Tinkle. That's the sound they make. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. All right, I'll be back in 2 minutes, dude.
I guess I only got one. Yeah, but I'm very close, guys, to getting my Feigned Death. And that's going to make all the difference with this class right here. That's when you can really start kind of coming into your own and feeling like you're a pooler. I think Paladins get their laws at 15 or 16, so they get to feel useful a lot sooner than Shadow Knights do. Oh, crap. What did you hit me? Yeah, the laws of the Shadow Knight, as long as your armor is geared towards charisma, you don't have an issue pulling singles. Now, I know a lot of people who just starting out the game, they don't have that luxury to be kind of picky about what they get. They're still kind of wearing, banded or plate or whatever they can get their hands on. But if you can get a few pieces of charisma and get that charisma past, 120, 130, I think that's kind of the butter zone where you stop running into problems. And of course, the higher the level of the mob, the more charisma you're going to need. Here we go. See, I need for about 170, roughly 30% of the familiar HP. Yeah, I definitely love having my wizard. He's fun in some respects because he does so much damage with a spell. He's also kind of, I don't know, after a little while, you get upset with the fact that he gets resisted so often. And when he gets resisted, it makes a pretty big difference.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does because it takes you like 12 minutes to med up so you can cast one spell. Like I'm being a little ridiculous there, but it's horrible. It's horrible to med that long.
There's people in the way, dude.
There's people in the way?
Yeah.
All right, give me a minute and I will pull those.
Okay.
You can come around the other side. The other side. Oh well.
More people now. There's more people. Oh, man. She's pathing too.
Yeah, they were just repopping on us.
Let me just root this guy.
There. Oh, no, you're not in yet. Right. Let me get on the other guy.
Okay, so okay, let me buff you. Here comes the big one, dude.
Oh, you have another one?
I have a big mark for you. Yeah, that guy's mad at me, dude, because I rooted him. Laptop from 2008. Gotta have particles off.
At least he doesn't have to stare at the floor.
Okay, we got some wounded people. You're wounded.
My game is dark. I do not have a light stone to throw in my inventory. I haven't streamed with this guy in a long time. I have a light stone on all my other characters for that one reason. It's a dark zone, it's Mistmoore, and it is nighttime at the moment in game, so that's the reason it's a little darker.
Yeah, but you've got infravision. Yeah, you've got infravision, so that should be a problem for dark elves.
It looks fine on my screen, but I do know when you stream, it's a little darker than maybe you want it to be otherwise. So
yeah, remember how my videos on my old computer used to record, dude?
Yeah.
Crappy as crap.
Well, you know, not
dark.
crappy, but they're just dark.
Darkness, the darkness. Mirren?
Yeah, I do apologize, guys. I will fix that as soon as I possibly can. There's no, you know, will-o-wisp in this zone, so I'll have to check a vendor at some point in the future. All my spells up. So, out of all the places in here, man, do you have a favorite camp?
Huh?
Yeah.
In here?
Yeah.
Inside the castle, dude. I mean, everything else is just boring as crap, dude.
Really? You like the castle, huh?
Oh, I love being in that castle, dude. There's so many good. Oh, is she gonna come up here and smack the crap out of me? No.
Yeah,
Okay.
she is.
No, she came up here and smacked the necromancer. Okay, very good. Good for him. Oh, he's just getting ate. He's having a hard time, dude.
Yeah, it took me a minute. I put Disease Cloud on both of those mobs just in case.
You're not taking a lot of damage, dude.
You know, that crustacean gear is pretty good for this level. I think once I hit around 30-something, it might not be that great anymore. I might need to update it a bit. Because, you know, the Shadow Knights and the Paladins as well, they are not the greatest tanks compared to warriors. And a lot of people kind of compare them to those classes. You know, we're a hybrid. We're a hybrid of a warrior and either a necromancer or a cleric if you're a paladin. So we're not meant to kind of compete with those guys, but we kind of have to for our spots in groups. So to get to the point where people aren't saying you're kind of a lackluster tank, you got to put a lot of money into your armor. Which I don't know why I'm telling you that, because you went by with Thum, which is your warrior, and you played that guy up until a pretty high level with absolutely no gear whatsoever, other than what we found in the game.
Oh yeah, yeah. The beginning for Thum and Demira was really rough, dude. So yeah, I remember we came up on hard times. We got everything, honestly, man. We had to earn it, or some of the stuff was given to us, man. We had a friend ZK who gave us a couple of items and stuff like that, but the rest of that stuff we had to go through the pain and the agony. Oh well, that's not fair because Vapor Dog gave me my BP, the BP that he had on this druid. So.
Well, that was later on, though.
Yeah, that was much later. That was like only a couple weeks ago, man. Have you seen Vapor?
I have not seen him in a while, but that's only because I don't get to play as much as I would like.
I told him I was going to help him with some epics and stuff like that, man. So just look out for him. Tell him I hope he knows we're thinking about him. Maybe he's watching the stream or something, or maybe he'll watch the stream later.
Got 3 instead of 2.
That's interesting.
Let me know if you guys root any of those. I'll back them up.
You got this, man. You got this.
Oh, I think so too, yeah. Especially with the DPS that we got. A wizard and a rogue, these things are getting burned down so fast.
Gotta let you get hurt a little bit more and see how good my heal is gonna do. Let's see. No, yeah, you see, I need to let you get down to maybe 60, 65, or 70 or something like that.
What heal spell are you using? You the greater heal?
Yeah, greater healing. C2, somebody drop for C2.
Whoever doesn't need it the most, the rogue probably. Not that I'm using my spells very often, but I would love C2. Where'd the other mob go? Oh, there it is.
We should have waited until after the fight, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't mean for him to drop right then. We're gonna not get experience for some of these.
Well, I mean, we kill slowly. Woo! I got turned into a werewolf, dude.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
I gained experience off of it. Everybody get C2?
I did. That's all that matters, dude.
He was quick.
Yeah, he was. He was in and out. He's like, man, I ain't messing around. Who's Dalgert and why are they getting hurt, dude? Is there somebody back here beating on?
No, he was.
Casters?
That was a rogue. He was attacking outside the group there for a minute.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's all gravy now, dude. It's all gravy train.
Oh yeah, so beautiful. Make sure nothing else is repopping.
Rusty Ripia.
So you like inside the castle? Is it just because of the loot, or because of the way it looks inside there?
It's the mobs, dude. The mobs, the gypsies at the front entrance, like in the main room in the main hall, they turn into werewolves at a certain time of the day or night or something like that, and then they turn back into gypsies. And there's all these rooms with all these unique mobs, dude. There's a couple names off to the left and stuff like that. It's just being in a big, moody castle, and the lore around the vampire Mayon Mistmoore, dude. I mean, back in the day, you actually had to petition to fight him, and he was played by a dungeon or a game master. He was played by one of the guides. So it was just fucking awesome, dude. Mistmoore is one of my favorite songs because of that. all the lore and the myth and the mobs and you know, I've always been a fan of the Dark Elves, dude. So you know, the fact that they own this and the fact that they're vampiric just adds to the to the nostalgia and the love I have for the zone, dude. It's just they really went all the way when they designed this zone and the inhabitants of it. So I just I love it, dude. I love it. And there's a big wolf that we were hunting, the brood mother or whatever her name is. I forget what her exact name is, but there's all kinds of she's down at the bottom of the castle. So there's a little flower garden out back, dude. That it's just a cool ass zone, man. And the castle is the coolest part of it, dude. It's like the icing on the cake.
Who'd you come here first with? Your warrior, or your
My cleric. My cleric. Yeah, my cleric actually spent I think from level 24. Well, no. I did most of my leveling at those levels in
Unrest.
Oh yeah. Well, no, in the high keep. Is where I leveled to like 31 and 32. I think it was Castle Entrance, man. Was my first taste of this zone. And around level 34, 35, because I remember getting like 6 or 7 levels in this zone back then. Just my freshest memories are on live when I came over here with my druid. I came back to experience the flavor, and I explored the castle for days, man. I actually spent hours over here just exploring and getting to know every part of it. And so those are my freshest memories. It's hard to remember stuff back in 1999. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sorry.
We lose somebody?
Yeah, somebody left. I was kind of looking down there in group chat, and I ran into 2 extra mobs on the way back, so we now have 3.
Tanner Hastings win. Mark's next up. Looks good to me. Well, nobody said like all right, realize. Let's see how this works, man. Stay within range of my friend. Okay, so yeah, that's a little bit. Let's go down a little bit too much.
He said, "Be right back."
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I didn't see that. Actually, I love the pond area too, man. You know, this is it's just a really good place for experience, man. I've gotten a couple levels over here. What about you now? What's your favorite part? Dude, look at the rings. I'm still wearing Dervish Cutthroat rings, dude.
So was I not too long ago. We gotta get you something better. There's a moonstone ring or something that you can get on a cleric, and it's lore. That's the only downside to it. But other than that, it's amazing, and it only costs like 200 plat, so it's pretty cheap. I know that's probably outside some people's budgets, but you know, 200 plat for a ring, it's a lot less.
My gear is terrible. Dude, I have a mesh mask on, dude. I have a freaking mesh mask. I've got a thick leather apron. Dude, I need help, dude.
We need to replace a few of those.
I need some help, man.
Turn up the bacon. You are more than welcome, man. If you do get in the game, let us know. We do a newbie giveaway from time to time. I think we usually do 2 to 3 newbie giveaways a year. We go to different zones and just, we do some games. We like hide and seek, go find, one of us, and you get a piece of gear. Yeah, we hand out all sorts of stuff, buffs and things of that sort. So maybe we can help you get going if you get in the game.
It may be a while before we have one, though, guys, because lately we've been focused on gearing up our mains and some of our alts and stuff like that. So, but every once in a while, like I gave you a couple of things, like all I know is Thoom doesn't have a lot of gear in his bank yet for nubs. But we're working on that.
My tune, the one that I have for all that gear, he's completely full up on his bank and his equipment. So he has a lot of. We kind of call it junk from time to time, but there's a lot of stuff to give away.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of... Man, whoever that is on the ball.
Yeah, they are. 2 of them.
The Whedon and the Whedon.
They're doing a fantastic job with those roots. And they're spacing it out enough where it doesn't feel like, if one of them dies, we're going to get aggro from the other one while we're killing this one. Let's see. This is like playing a human real classic. It's dark. You know, I kind of miss that. So if that's the experience you guys are getting, you're getting something that I've been wanting for a while, because the way the old monitors used to work, you know, things were a lot darker just because of the way they were built. So when they ported it over to the new like LEDs or LCDs, the screen's not nearly as dark as you might like it to be, or some people probably didn't like that, because you did have to stop at some of the zones like Kith and, oh man, I keep forgetting the name of the other one, the one right outside of Kazakh Thul for the ogres. But yeah, I remember sitting at those entrances waiting for nighttime to end so I could crawl through that zone, hopefully not die. So they might bring that back. They talked about they're working on it. They're working on a lot of things. So we'll see, hopefully in the future. I want to experience that again. Because you had a human, right, Thum?
No, I've never played a human in my life.
Oh, never, huh?
Nope. Thum has terrible vision. So yeah, he's got really bad. He's got human vision. Unfortunately.
Do you notice there's some zones where you're just like, I don't want to go through that?
No, it hasn't been anything like that. Especially since I got that greater light zone, guys. If you're having trouble seeing on one of your characters, get you a greater light zone, guys. They are amazing as far as vision is concerned.
Guess I'm gonna pull these two over here.
Don't do it. Don't pull this two.
I'm just hoping they go the right way. Yeah, they went the right way.
So what are you noticing about pulling this area, man? Are you noticing any pathing issues?
No, not yet, but I've been very careful. Sometimes allowing them to get through a gate or a tunnel before you go running across to the other side will allow them to go the right way. And that's usually a good thing.
Dude, being on this low sodium diet is so shitty, dude. I don't like it, dude. No, sir, I don't like it. Did you know a pinch of salt has 400 milligrams of sodium in it, dude? Pinch.
I don't put salt in any of my foods, so.
Neither do I, dude. That's why I'm so butthurt about having high blood pressure, dude. Because I never season my food with salt and stuff like that, dude. It's just I'm not a big fan. I'm not a bit of fan. The only thing I do season with salt is tomatoes. When I eat a tomato raw. Wow, you're getting nailed, dude.
Yeah, there's a caster in the mix.
Oh, hey, we got a pledge from there. What do we got?
Where's the other one? There he is.
You rooted.
He's rooted?
Yeah.
Wow, just as I put my dot on him, he goes jumping after the neck. Ah, he's dead now. Yeah, but my favorite camp is the pond, because you see all those crazy trains that come through this zone. And there's something about watching the utter horror of not just mobs running by, but people like falling on the ground and screaming, and the agony.
Whatever do you mean, sir?
I dig the chaos.
Chaos is a good thing. I tell you, I told you I lost a bunch of weight, didn't I?
Yes.
For the last couple of months, dude. Yeah, dude.
You know, cutting back on the salt might help with that, but you got a construction job, so
It's cancer, dude. It's cancer.
Oof, that's not even fun to joke about, dude.
Are you sure? When it's yourself, you can joke about it, dude. When it's me, I can joke about it, dude. All right. Now, I actually did think it was, man, because I looked up. I was having pain in my hips and stuff, dude, and I was like, "What the crap is going on with me, dude?" And I looked it up, and I had all the symptoms. It was all high blood pressure, and my hips have stopped hurting. It's because I was working construction and doing a lot of labor, dude. And I've taken a week and a half off, so my hips have stopped hurting, and it was only hurting because of the way we were working. But I looked up, and I had all the symptoms for prostate cancer, dude.
Yeah,
All of them.
the one thing I found in life is never use WebMD for any reason whatsoever, because the results you always get back is you're dying from some horrible disease, and then you go on the doctor and he's like, "Oh yeah, you just sprained your ankle." You know
Yeah,
that,
yeah, you got high blood pressure.
which is not great, but it's definitely not like, "Oh, I'm about to die tomorrow."
No, it's a man. The way I was feeling 2 weeks ago, dude, I was probably on the verge of either having a heart attack or a stroke, dude. So I've felt a lot better uh, in the last week and a half because I focused on exercising and definitely low sodium and stuff like that. But man, I figure I got to have at least one, maybe one meal out of the week because I go to this Chinese restaurant with a friend, and I think I'm going to keep that. But I'm just going to try and eat the broccoli, beef and broccoli, and the cheese, chicken, and the vegetables and stuff when I go. But I love fried food, man. I love the sweet and sour chicken. You know how it's fried in tempura, but I don't put the sweet and sour sauce on it. I just eat it like it is.
Well,
So I don't know.
even doctors will tell you, man, anything in moderation. Just
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one bad meal a week, dude. One bad, and I figure I can do that, dude. I can stick to that.
and it's not necessarily bad because you're like, again, you're construction, so you're out in the sun. You do sweat out a decent amount of salt. So you got to replace that somehow.
I drink a shit ton of water, dude. But with the diabetes, dude, the type 2 diabetes, I don't know. I wake up every morning dehydrated as fuck, dude. And it takes me drinking water all day to get to where I start feeling normal again in that situation. So it's concerning, dude. I mean, but I'm gonna be all right. Dude. I'm gonna keep trying, dude. I'm gonna make it through the night, dude. And all that weight I've lost, dude. That's just you're right. This diet that I'm on now, dude. All I'm allowing myself is to eat lean meats like pan-seared chicken. I can have fried chicken and stuff like that because there's no sodium in flour unless you put it there. There's no salt in flour unless you actually put salt in the flour. And the chicken doesn't. So and there's no salt in oil, guys. So fried chicken is not. Fried chicken is your enemy as far as cholesterol is concerned, but not as far as sodium is concerned. Um, so you gotta pay attention to what they make these green beans, man, no salt added green beans, and they don't taste near as good as the ones with salt. But I'm learning that Mrs. Dash is pretty freaking awesome. So.
And who doesn't like chicken, guys? They even have chicken in the video game that we're playing right now. The cockatrice over there, actually.
Yeah.
Which I think we killed those, didn't we, one day? Like we were running
Oh yeah.
around. I think ZK was there and a whole bunch of the other guys, and yeah, we killed a ton of those things. It's a good
Yeah,
experience.
good experience, and they drop a beak that's worth almost 2 plat. So
Wow, I
you
didn't know
collect those
that.
all day. Yeah, you collect those all day, and they add up, dude. Yeah, I used to quad kite them with my druid, and I'd save all that crap because the succulents they drop something that's worth a couple plat. The sarnax sometimes they'll drop something that's worth a couple plat, and the cockatrice. So.
Well, one of them dropped something for the faction over there at the fort, right?
Oh yeah, the Sarnak war braid. Yeah.
Which I've never done before. I've never really had a tune that was kind of geared towards that. Because if you go to Karnar's Castle, you've pretty much messed up your faction. So you definitely don't want to go over there if you're trying to do the OT hammer. Legitly, the way I mean legit, like yourself, without getting somebody to give you the puppet strings to charm the NPC. And the last time you went to do the puppet strings, you guys had a little bit of trouble, right? You guys went through like 7 or 8 charges apiece.
No, I went through 3 charges, but sometimes it just doesn't stick, guys. Sometimes you're, it's no fault. It's just a game. The way the game's set up, sometimes the charm doesn't stick, and you got to use it a couple more times. I just felt bad for her because she's got to spend a certain amount of money to recharge it. She's got to put it on a vendor and then buy it back from the vendor, and that costs a little bit of platinum. And I think that's mostly where the 2K comes in, is paying for that recharge. I think she makes a little bit of money off the recharge, but yeah, I mean, I used I think they only have 3 charges on them, and so I used the entire one up of hers. I felt pretty bad about that, but there wasn't really nothing I can do about that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well,
You know what I'm saying?
I think they're making more than a little bit of profit. At least I would assume. Otherwise, why keep doing it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it's a necessity. You gotta have an OT hammer. If you're a melee, you're inside Seb. Most groups are not going to be like, well, yeah, it took us an hour to get down here. Let's go ahead and start working our way back up just so you can leave. Although we've done that a few times.
I like Seb, dude. I'd say Seb was probably my favorite. I like Charnock a lot too, but we haven't managed to get as deep as I want to go into Charnock, dude. I want to get over there by Royals, which I think the Royals in Charnock are. I think that's raid level material, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, there was a locked door that one day. Otherwise, we would have made it down there with Nibers.
Yeah, but that was we got our asses waxed by that one guy up above that first time we tried it, dude. I mean, we got waxed, and then we had to come back and Nibers. Everybody had to listen to Nibers. And we won that time. I think if we'd have listened to Nibers the first time, we'd have won the first time. But I think people just kind of went crazy.
Yeah, when somebody tells you that a mob is tough, it really doesn't tell you much, because some mobs are tougher for some people versus other people based off of your class, your gear, your experience level, your skill level, all that kind of stuff mixed in there. That dude is a beast, man. If you go in there, I've never been able to do it with the group. Only thing I've ever been able to do is with Nibers' pet, tanking that thing. And even then, his pet gets so low before my complete heal goes off because it dies so quick. And nothing else in that zone even does any damage to his pet. So, that named, it's not something I like even taking on. And he doesn't really even drop anything all that great. Some, like brown or red pants that we got off of him both times.
Why did we kill him that one day? Just to be doing it?
Yeah, because he was up. Because it was.
That's not a good reason to kill a mob like him, dude. That's not a good enough reason. He was a beast, dude. The second time we owned him though, dude. So I think it's just a matter of we didn't know what we were doing the first time.
I don't know if we owned him. I definitely know that we were able to take him on, but there was a few close calls in there where things could have gotten very bad.
Come on, dude. We spanked him, dude. Come on, we spanked him.
Well, he was wearing a diaper and all, so.
Hey, baby. Gosh, he's naked, dude.
My spell gems are on the left-hand side of the screen. I do have all my boxes to fade, so when my mouse cursor is not over them, it takes about 3 or 4 seconds, and then they fade away.
That's a robot. I want a robot, dude. Can I get a robot? Can I get a sex robot, dude?
Sex robot? What?
Yeah, dude. Sex robot. We're probably maybe 20. Well, I'm sure we already have those, actually. We got sex virtual reality. Yeah, so sex robots, dude. Wave of the future, dude.
It's kind of like.
Can you imagine ordering an Emma Stone sex robot?
It's kind of like that Star Trek game that we played. All the fancy, futuristic stuff that was in that one. I do wish that game had been better though. It just wasn't as detailed as I wanted it to be. I wanted more of like this version, where you're on the ground, you're fighting with the Ferengi or the Klingons. Did you have a favorite race in that game? Because I think me and you both played Ferengis, right?
Yeah, man. Nah, we didn't play that enough for me to get. I've developed no connection to that game whatsoever, dude. And maybe if we'd invested more time in it, but I don't think it's. I think basically, why I don't know if this is your problem, but I know it's my problem. Is that I keep looking for massive multiplayer online role-playing games to be as good as this game here, and I keep getting disappointed. World of Warcraft is one of the few that was actually on the same level as Everquest, in my opinion. And that's why I developed a love affair with it, but I keep coming back to Everquest because they got it just exactly right, man. And that's just my opinion, guys. So.
No, I agree with you completely. It's kind of strange to think that your first experience was your best experience, because it's not usually that case in anything else in life. Your first car that you get usually isn't the best car. It's usually my second car was my best one. Just because I knew a little bit more about purchasing cars, I knew a little bit more about what I wanted out of a car, but yeah, for the video game, this one is the thing I compare most of the MMOs out there to, and they usually fall short in a lot of the categories. Some of them just a few. The conversation, the text that is down on the bars, is my biggest pet peeve in MMOs today. It just seems like they're so bogged down with so many channels. That Albion Online game that you were looking at, Thoom, that is a prime example. When you first start that game, you don't even look down at the chat bar because there's just like a mile a minute of text going by, and you just don't read any of it. It's just too fast, too much. Whereas in this game, I remember starting off, tons of people. You know, day one this game came out, there was a lot of people playing it. Going into the Dark Elf Forest, you didn't really see people talking that often. When somebody said something, people paid attention. People actually answered back. You get a conversation going, and then the conversation would die down. The zone would be quiet for a little while, and it would start up again, because it was zone wide, or whispers, or tells, however you want to phrase it. This one, it's tells. I miss this game so much. Is p99 server population still good? Yeah, you will find about 600 to 700 on off-peak hours, so real early in the morning, late at night type of thing. Pop here. Okay, so we got this one. Versus peak hours, anywhere from about 12 to 1700, depending on the month. Winter months, there's more people at home, so you'll find more people on. Summer months, it kind of goes down a little bit. Ooh, wow, we got 4 mobs.
Oh wow, you are getting hurt. Good.
Why, it gives you something to do?
Yep.
But yeah, the population is very, very healthy here. All the way up from low levels to high levels. As you can see, we're about 27 for us. This zone is about 20s to about 35s. You can stay here for. How you guys back there? You want me to come back there and grab that one?
Oh no, we're fine, dude. We're fine. Oh yeah, this lady is dying very fast.
Yeah, so it's not top heavy. You won't find, you know, all the players being level 60 maxed out with the best gear in the game. I have been on servers like that on live where that was kind of the case. There was no low levels anymore. Some of my favorite zones are the mid-range to low levels. Unrest, Mistmoore, Crushbone. Crushbone by far one of the best places to start. Easiest place to make money at a low level. You can sell those Crushbone belts.
Yeah, such a fun zone to be in too, man. Especially when you get to a level where you can go in the castle and you can start fighting Crush and stuff like that. But that takes, you know, you got to be around, you know, have a good group around level 14s, level 15s to fight Crush. But, you know, you can do it. It's manageable. And that's what makes it so fun, is the fact that eventually you can get to that point to where you can kill the Emperor of the Orcs.
You know, I don't really stay in that zone with all my tunes when I go through it long enough to get high enough to kill that guy. You know, because that's like level 15. And most of the places are like at the wall, at the trainer camp. You will find a few that will go inside the castle, but the castle's pretty tough. You not only need a full group, but you need a really good group to take that castle on, because they spawn so fast and you get so many Legos in there.
Oh yeah, dude, that can be a very, very punishing group right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to play p99 a few years back. Quit before Kunark came out. Oh wow, so you were in here before I even got started.
Yeah. The Kunark was out about 3 or 4 months before when I started playing. Yeah, I mean, it was coming out. It was 3 or 4 months before Kunark came out. When I started playing, that's what I meant. Is that what I said?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, I'm good with words. Dude.
Yeah, I remember them doing the launch day thing. You know, ZK filmed that and showed all the YouTubers out there what happened. Because we were too low. We were still over in Everquest fighting, and we wanted to go to the new continent and try all that kind of.
Yeah, I remember the Bellius, dude. It was interesting.
But they have talked about doing another server called, this one's blue, it's Project 1999 blue server. They have a red server for PvP, if you're into that, although there's not very many people on the PvP server anymore. Kind of took a hit about a year ago, and their numbers went down from about 800 on average during peak hours to, I haven't looked lately, but they were less than 100 the last couple times I looked, in the 70s to the 80s. That's pretty low for a server. But they've talked about creating another one, and that one would be the same as blue. It would be player versus environment, but they would kind of go back to day one all over again, and you can kind of go through all the patches and the expansions up to the point that they're at on blue, and then eventually merge the two together and kind of start over again. So those people who missed out on going to like Plane of Hate and Plane of Fear when 50 was the max level and the gear wasn't, from Canark or from Velius, I could kind of experience that again. Also, you'd get a chance to go after some of those items that everybody wants, the mana stones that don't drop anymore, Rubicite armor, Hogger speeds from the Velius era and all that kind of stuff, which definitely appeals to me because I want to play around with the mana stones. I realize they're not the greatest item in the world. They can only be used on the original continent, but there's still a certain kind of you can't get them anymore. So I want to play around with it. I want to have fun with them. No, they haven't said when it's going to come out. They've talked about doing it. So hopefully, once they are done with, I think they have one or two more patches coming out. The Chardic revamp, Chardic 2.0, that's where you can kind of go in there and do those quests. And I believe they have one more big patch after that. Once they get done with that, then they said they're going to concentrate on possibly doing another server. So maybe another year. And not anytime technically soon, but definitely does give us something to kind of look forward to in the future.
Let's see. Mobs when I have too much mana and don't need to heal though. If fighting mobs that can be stunned easily, I use it to mitigate damage. Cheaper at higher levels than healing since mobs hit really hard.
Yeah, Wildfire, no problem, man.
What is he talking about, dude? What is he talking about?
I have not been reading the group chat. I have no idea. No, it's not coming out yet. They said they have to do a couple more big patches. So the Chardic 2.0 revamp, that's coming out here whenever they get around to it in the next few months maybe. And then one more after that. And then a couple little tiny small changes here and there. And then they're going to start thinking about the new server. So like I said, maybe about a year before that's done. So what were they talking about?
They're talking about Smite. They're talking about me being full mana and nuking every once in a while, which I'm gonna do.
Oh yeah, because you got those undead spells.
Well, I guess I don't count as undead, dude.
Well, not Smite, but you do have some undead ones, right?
Yeah, I do, but yeah, I guess I thought the vampires would, the vampiric guys would count as undead, but they don't.
I think the ones inside the castle. I think you do have to get inside the castle before that takes effect.
Okay.
Now, if you played on the new server thing, the one that they're coming out with eventually, to go back to day one, what class would you make?
Probably a druid, dude. I know that sounds boring because I already have one, but to start off fresh like that and to have that kind of money and to have just dude, it'd be so crazy. You have so much money, man. It'd just be ridiculous, dude. Because you'd be one of the first porting and stuff like that, so it would literally get crazy, man. It'd be crazy right there because you basically be able to twink out any tune you wanted to. But I'd have to have time, and I'd have to have the ability to spend 4 or 5 hours a day leveling that guy up, or otherwise I would, it'd be like this. It'd take us 2 years to get to level 60, or get to a year to get to where I could port people and start making that money. And by then, you'd have all this competition and all these other people out there doing the exact same thing I was doing. You're going to have that anyway. But if you have time to dedicate yourself to playing the game, then you're going to be one of the first, and you're going to be one of the richest, and you're going to make all this money, and you're going to, and that would be my focus at the beginning, I believe. It's just to make enough plat to twink out my next character, which would be, I don't know, man. I'd like to maybe do a paladin or a shadow knight, or a shaman, one class that I've never actually focused on. Something that's kind of new to me. Or a rogue. A rogue would be a really good tune to try out and to see if I had any talent at doing that.
Shaman would be good too, because you could solo with that guy and go after some of those items that you didn't get the first time, such as the.
All right, it's rooted. Back up, Peter.
Yeah, like the Mana Stone. Mana Stone is going to be fantastic. The Mask of the Deceiver or Guise of the Deceiver. I can't remember which one was the original, which one was changed later on. But that used to be all. Like anybody could be turned into a Dark Elf. That would be fun to get on one of my tunes. Necro is what Wildfire says. Necro is a fantastic class. I had never played one on live, and it was just a few months back that I kind of went back and started playing the Necro I created here. He was level 11 for, I don't know, like 6 or 7 months, and I just kind of abandoned him. He never really opened up to me as a character that I wanted to play that much.
Right.
And it was, a couple months ago, nobody was on. So I was like, I want to play, and this is a tune that I'm supposed to be able to solo with, so I give him a shot. And I kind of fell in love with him, man. He is a really fun class to play.
Necromancer?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're fucking amazing, dude. That was the most fun I've ever had in this game was my Necromancer back in the day, dude. There's nothing like, except for maybe quad kiting. Quad kiting isn't made two on a druid. And that's generally why I would make another druid, because druids are amazing, guys. If your friends aren't on, and there's no one for you to have fun with, then there's druids, dude. One of the best solars in the game, dude. You can kill 4 mobs at once, which I don't care. I can't think of any other class that could do that, man, except for wizards at later levels. But yeah.
Well, and they're great in groups too. So you can do like the groups when you do want to go out there and have that social experience, and then you can kind of do the soloing when you don't want to. But
that's the bad thing about druids. They don't get grouped up as near as any other class, dude. It's like druids are an afterthought, man. If you need an evac, like if you're going in the hole, then you might make sure that there's a druid in your group. Otherwise, the druids, man, they don't get grouped up a lot. People don't need them as much as other classes do.
Which is a shame, because I've seen with like Tara, she has her druid, she's grouping with my warrior a lot lately. She doesn't really have a hard time. Now, if my gear wasn't as good and I was taking a lot of hits, that would be a pain in the butt for her to have to heal that guy with as many hit points as he has. But yeah, I think as long as your group can compensate a little bit here and a little bit there to make it where you take up for people's slack, or they take up for your slack, whatever the downsides are for the different classes you're using, you can make it work. And druids, the utility that they have, the buffs, the dots that they can throw in there. I would love to do a druid shaman combo at some point and just root rot a mob and see how fast that thing dies. What level is your druid now?
37.
That's not too far away from my shaman. I just need to give him about 10 more levels, which is doable.
Yeah, that would be a good. A shaman and a druid would make a good combination, dude, as far as killing stuff, dude. They really would, I believe.
Heck yeah, man. Where do you think we should go around 37?
They'll probably Dreadlands, dude. Probably stick around the castle so we can zone and kill near the zone line, dude.
There'd be tons of mobs out there, yeah.
Oh yeah, we'd have our pick, dude, and depending, you could root rot one and I could root rot one, dude. And we can kill 2 mobs at once, or you could just sit back and watch as I keep me healed and keep me alive as I quad kite. I don't know if I can quad kite Dreadlands just yet, though.
You got a oh yeah, you can't use a Lumi staff anyways until you get high level, right?
I have no idea. Don't even know that much about a Lumi staff, to be honest.
It's supposed to be pretty essential to the quad kiting that you're talking about with druids. Like everybody wants one. They're about 5 to 6K the last time I looked. They might have gone up or gone down in price. Usually things go down in price here.
Did I give him that?
Only thing I know that has gone up in price lately are the two-handers for monks, because they just did a patch. It was a while back, but they recently did a patch where the monks now triple hit, I believe, with two-handers. So yeah, all the monks are kind of switching over to that and getting rid of their one-handers. T-staff for sure.
T-staff for the win. I like my Jade Maces, dude.
So do I. I mean, I don't have Jade Maces on mine, but I like the Knuckle Duster, and I think I have
Jade Mace.
Some kind of Jade Mace. Maybe it is a Jade Mace on one of them.
So now everybody's going, what was the Wonder Patch do? Did it make two-handed weapons better or superior or something like that?
I asked Durell if he wants to pull how many works.
All right, AC, if you don't mind, I'm gonna do a video, bro, while we're streaming and stuff like that. So, 3, 2, and something's wrong. Okay, so let's stop recording. And let's see what's going on here. Oh, I had it on Kingdom Come. There we go. Okay, 3, 2. Hello, fellow gamers and fans of Everquest. It's Hydrosine, guys, and I'm here with my good friend AC Gamer.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode.
And I'm playing Sith Lord Blackheart, my cleric, guys. He's level 27, 2 yellows away from being 28. And AC's playing Vilaz, his Dark Elf Shadow Knight, yeah.
Which,
what's up?
you know, I started this character as like my second tune back in the game, and he is like one of the lowest level tunes that I have. So he's been neglected, stuck in mothballs. He smells a little bit, so kind of airing him out a little, you know.
Sith Lord too, man. I haven't played Sith Lord, and God, I can't even remember, man. And look at my hat, guys. Seblet Skull Cap, dude. It's the worst looking hat in the world, dude. It looks so dumb. I hate it. So much.
Before you say it's the worst looking hat in the world, do you think that's worse than the Sat-on toaster?
Yeah, I think this hat is much worse than the toaster, dude.
Wow,
look at those stripes,
really?
dude. Look at that. Yeah, dude, it looks. What is that, man? Why would I be wearing something like that? I don't know why. Wow, God, why? All right, that's enough of that crap. Hey. Oh, yeah, we get away from there. Yeah, so Rangers have the best fiend death.
It works every time. You don't have to worry about that thing failing. Now, you did get your guy a few new pieces of gear, right?
Yeah. Wait, which guy?
Well, the guy you were working.
Yeah, you gave me the Obulus Death Shroud, man, which is very nice, very cool. AC 10, guys, Strength +3, Stamina +5, Wisdom +3, Mana +25. Very good. +1 to all your saves, which I really enjoy. And I had the Seblet Skull Cap in my bank, and that's pretty cool. That's all right. But look what I'm wearing for my rings, guys. Cutthroat insignia rings on both of them. And look at my face. I got a mesh mask on.
We gotta do something about those pieces.
Yeah. I need a lot of help, dude. But my wisdom is 149, which is also extremely terrible. So a lot to be ashamed of on this character. A lot to be ashamed of.
Well, we get you a couple rings that can go up to, like, the 6 ones are pretty cheap. 7 will cost you a little bit more, but, you know, that's an extra 14 right there on rings alone. The mask, another 7 on that. So, should not take too long.
Uh-huh.
He's pulling, so I'm going to hold back on pulls. Yeah, so 14 with those 3 pieces. Let's see, what else could you replace on you? How are your earrings?
The +3.
Ooh, well, yeah, we get those up to 7 as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do they make your earrings? What? They don't. Oh yeah, Forest Loops. Do they have 3 AC on them? Don't they?
Four loose are okay, but you can get the +7s that have either wisdom, or you can go with the pure mana items, which are really, really nice, but they're a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, and I don't really need AC unless things are really bad. I'm not. The cleric's not. The only time the cleric gets hit is when things have pretty much gone bad, guys. When the cleric's getting hit a lot, dude, and needs to worry about AC, it's pretty much over for the group.
It doesn't hurt to have it, but definitely not a stat that I think you need to go after for.
No, I need wisdom. Wisdom and stamina gear, I would say, would be the best for the cleric.
I didn't even go after stamina. I just went after wisdom.
Stamina just gives you, those extra few hit points where you might actually survive for a few minutes when the group. Why is the druid pulling, dude?
That's what they asked. They asked me if I could let him pull, so I was like, okay. Because he has harmony.
Yeah, he can harmony outdoors. That's right, dude. So what you been into, AC? What's going on? What's new with the channel, man? Anything happening lately that you'd like to talk about, dude?
I'm coming up with the Albion Online video games that that I've been doing with Cypher. It's a pretty fun game. It's very addictive. Little heavy on the crafting and harvesting side. If you want it to be, you definitely don't have to go down that route. But I have never played a video game where everything in the game is pretty much interactable. You walk up to a tree, you can chop down the tree. Like this tree that was sitting right next to us. Wouldn't that be kind of cool if you could sit here and work on your trade skills by, you know, kind of chopping that tree down as you were in a group? And then use that wood to either build up houses on your own property or guild halls or, you know, weapons or benches.
Everquest 2 had some of that.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit, but not everything. Like everything wasn't interactable. And the trade skills were enjoyable on Everquest 2. I remember having people who did the adventuring thing for a while, but I guess maybe they got burned out on the fighting and the raiding, and they would actually just log on every day to do a little bit of crafting. They'd be in there for 2-3 hours crafting stuff, and then selling it on the broker or going to their house and putting it inside, you know, the furniture and whatnot. So I think there is a definite group of people out there who enjoy those types of games. You see them online all the time, especially on the phone app ones where like you make cakes and you sell them to furniture, or you sell them to customers.
Yeah.
Like you ever play any of those? You're into any of those types where it's like a pizza parlor or a lemonade stand?
No.
See, I kind of liked them because they bring me back to the old days of like Sim Tower. Did you ever play that?
No, I never played Sim Tower, dude. I haven't even actually ever heard of it, dude. I always used to be a chef on The Sims though, because that's what I was in real life, you know. So I just did and I loved the fact that you could make so much freaking money right off the bat being a chef, dude. The money went up really quickly, and the days that you had to work went down. So I'd be working 2 days a week and making like twice as much money as it was just nuts, dude. I wish that happened in real life, dude.
I guess it depends on how good you are. You become like the next Emerald Lagasse, or you know. Bam! I'm pretty sure at that point, when he was at the height of his career, he probably could have called it in and let his other chefs do their thing.
Oh yeah, man. No, there's a point to where you make money off your name, you know, and Emerald Lagasse is definitely off that. He's to that point. He's to that level because you see him selling stuff in like the grocery markets, man. You see the emerald sauce and stuff like that, and bam, spice it up a notch, bam, and you know, it's all kinds of like the cooking pans and stuff like that. When you get to that level, you're making money. You gotta be making money hand over fist, right? You know?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, you're pretty much a fan of what's his name, the guy that does the barbecue or challenges people.
Bobby Flay. Yeah. Bobby Flay is my favorite chef. Yeah, I like his style. I like his sense of confidence. You know, I like Bobby Flay, man. And the dude is a master chef. He was on Iron Chef Japan for a while, and then he was on the Americanized Iron Chef. And excuse me, the guy's just amazing, man. He can cook, and you can, as being a chef, you can just tell that that guy knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about.
I never saw him on the Japan one. He actually went over there and did the original one, the one that was the one that started it all.
I'm pretty sure he did, man. I'm pretty sure that he was a challenger or something like that, or one of the people they had to challenge on. You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it was the Americanized version that I'm thinking about, dude. But I could have swore that he was on the original version for a couple of times. Maybe he was a challenger or something like that. I don't know, dude.
That would have been cool.
Guys, fact check me, Google that and stuff like that. And if I'm wrong, let me know, because I don't like being ignorant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely like the Japanese version a lot better than the American one. I think it was just because I don't know what any of that food tastes like, the sea urchins and all that stuff. So when they made that, I look at it and I'm like, well, you know, that could be interesting, right? But it's probably like, ew, that's disgusting. I bet it was delicious, though.
Oh, dude. I mean, I need to get back into cooking, because I used to cook stuff for myself that wouldn't even make me go, like, you know, I'd be like, what the hell, dude? I actually made that? No way. I mean, I make one of the best omelets that I've ever tasted in my life. And I've had gourmet omelets before, but my omelet, man, but the thing about being a chef, guys, is when you cook at home, you cook to your taste. So yeah, if you know how to cook, you're cooking stuff that, of course, it's going to be delicious to you, because you know you're cooking it to your taste, man. So, this is not good, but lass.
Just because I got blasted by the caster.
Okay. I was about to say, do you still have all your buffs?
I have almost no buffs on at the moment. I'll tell you which ones I have in a minute. It's just Spirit of Wolf and Strength. I think I have a regen of some kind. You were right. Flay was on the Japanese version twice versus Morimoto.
Yeah, I think he won too, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I remember. I remember. Yeah, I remember because that's where I kind of because I used to watch the Japanese version, man, before I watched the American version. But yeah, Bobby, I'm pretty sure Bobby Flay came on and smacked some ass, dude.
Yeah, I think me and Thum both played back in the day when they had the book that you had to sit there and med at. And we've talked about this before on our videos. I would love to see them put that back.
No, fuck that shit. Sorry, dang, I shouldn't be cussing like that, but no, I hated that crap, dude. That was terrible, dude. It was terribly. I didn't like it at all, dude. I mean, I'd much rather watch the freaking game.
I mean, I liked it just because once you got to level 35 and you no longer had to look at your book anymore, it was one of those moments like, yeah, the light came out and shone down directly on you, and you did a little dance. It was like singing in the rain, like all of that mixed in there. Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. Before that, though, you had to communicate with your group. You had to. Like, there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You had the volume on for sure, and you were listening to when they pull a mob into the camp. You could hear the fighting going on, but you didn't know how many mobs were there, and you didn't know if a mob spawned right next to the camp to warn them, like, oh, it's a pop, unless he came over and started beating people in the face. What happened?
We just lost our druid.
Did he die?
He died, boy.
Well, that's why I said, it probably wasn't a great idea.
No, he doesn't need to be pulling, dude. I know he's got harmony and stuff like that, but we were handling the multiple ads and stuff like that easily, dude. So.
Yeah, but you played a tank back online, right?
No. I played it. I had a level. Well, my first character was a level 30 orc warrior, an ogre warrior, but I never got to tank with him, dude. I remember running around. I remember until like level 20, I ran around naked with him, dude. All I had was a rusty sword, dude, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I remember going on a raid, and my guild actually gave me some decent gear because I had nothing, dude. I mean, I had nothing, and and we raided West Freeport, and we were killing vendors, we were killing everybody. All the humans had to die. I remember it was one of the funnest things that's ever happened to me on this game because it was just all orcs. Ogres. Like, I don't know why I keep getting them mixed up, but it was all ogres, all ogre guild, and there were no trolls. I think there were a couple of trolls, but they were from a different guild, and they were just raiding West Freeport with us. We were just killing everybody in West Freeport, and this was before Cunard, dude. So there were really no. I mean, this was an actual raid target. We were, we were actually raiding the Freeport that was closest to Robe. I don't know if that's West Freeport or East Freeport or South Freeport or whatever it was, but that's what we raided, and it was a blast, man. It was fun, dude. And I remember, even though I'd get in and I'd try and kill these high level targets, the high level guards and stuff like that, I maybe do like 4 or 5, maybe 7 points of damage like once every minute or so, because I was level 30 and we were killing mobs that were levels 50 or 60 and stuff like that. But it was just fun. It was a great experience, man. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, it's something that you didn't get to see very often, and back then nobody knew what these mobs were going to drop. So like, you killed guards for 4, 5, 6, 7 hours all the time, thinking that, oh, maybe the next drop, right? Maybe the next guy will spawn a name. Maybe the next name that we get will drop some amazing item that nobody's ever seen before, and we can kind of keep it to ourselves and like giggle because we're the only ones on the server with it, or whatever the case may be. It was just interesting.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. It was like, it was just, we were ogres and we were killing humans, and we actually wiped the whole zone. We killed every mob in that part of Freeport. We killed every human that was there, dude. There was like maybe 50 or 60 ogres there, dude. And we were just, the shamans were healing, the tanks were tanking, the shadow knights were harm touching and stuff like that. And it's amazing that you can have a guild and a raid force just full of just ogres, guys, ogres alone, and have a successful raid. That's just crazy to me, and you could do that in this game, man. So very nice. Okay, I'm gonna get the other initiate familiar that just came up there, dude. I'm gonna root mez her. She's okay. She's rooted. You can back it up.
Yeah, as ogres though, you have the shamans. You have a few of the healing classes in there. I don't know if every different type of race out there has that ability. Like gnomes, do they get any healing classes? I don't think you can be a paladin, right? Or
I think can there not be a cleric?
maybe, I don't know.
I don't know either, dude. I don't know.
It's possible. I had to go back and look.
I've never seen a known cleric though.
Neither have
So
I.
I'm not. Does that mean that they can't be? I don't know. Can you be a known cleric? Let me Google that, dude. I guess I could look up on the wiki, dude.
It'd be really cool though with those little glasses. It'd be so cute.
Let me know if anybody gets hurt bad, dude. Am I getting my ass beat? It sounds like I'm getting my ass beat.
He hit you once, just because you know.
Okay, alright.
He was here.
Oh yeah, because I had him rooted. Yeah, that's right. I rooted. I got a little bit of stress for that. Okay, so.
Wish they would have just stuck with no expansions. I'm kind of right there with you, man. I could do without Canark and I could do without Velius. I don't mind them too much. I think once the Cat People, Lucklin, and Plains of Power came out, you know, the game kind of changed a little bit too much for my taste. Although I do like a lot of the zones in Plains of Power. You know, Plane of Time, Plane of Innovation. Those zones in their own right were really, really nice. The Druid stones, or whatever you want to call them, the ones that could teleport you to all the zones, including the ones that Druids could teleport you to, killed off that class. Like, Druids just disappeared overnight. It was
Gnomes can be clerics. Their wisdom, their starting wisdom is 77 though. That's probably why you don't see any of them. That's terrible. Yeah, they're not good on the wisdom, dude. So that's probably why you don't see a lot of gnome the clerics.
They're not too bad on intel, I believe, because we made a whole bunch of.
No, they have good intelligence. Yeah, their intelligence as a cleric is 108 actually, dude.
Wow, that is pretty good.
Yeah, that's insane, dude. That's good. That's why Fizzlebutt, man. That's why Fizzlebutt's a wizard. So he can burn those mothers down, but I think erudites. I'm pretty sure erudites have the best. What was that called? What's stat?
Intel?
Yeah, intel. Yeah.
The base to start with, I believe you're right on that one. Or Dark Elves.
Yeah.
Dark Elves are pretty good with intel.
I think maybe they're number 2, and gnomes are number 3. It's erudite, dark elves, and then gnomes, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, guys. But I could be right. I could be wrong, but I may be right. Okay, not familiar with rezzing and stuff on p99. Tanner never responded and is no longer online. Guess he wasn't interested.
Yeah, I don't know if they want me to pull or not. I've been pulling because I thought he was getting a res and he'd be low on mana, but
just pull, dude. Pull like a nut, like a crazy man.
The grind on those points in POP killed me. I think he's talking about the AA points, and yeah, they were pretty horrible. I wasn't a huge fan of AAs.
He's rooted.
Yeah, he's a glyph though. He's a caster. So
okay, well, crap. Okay, I'm gonna root the familiar. Then you can back up the. There we go.
Did you like the AAs?
You know, I remember one of them basically made my res free. I remember.
Yeah, 100% res. That was mana free, and I think you could do it in the middle of a raid.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking sweet. Yeah, so I did enjoy that. Yeah. Did I say that? I need help, guys.
I did like the run speed. I think you could get an additional like 4 or 5% extra run speed, which was a little bit less than Spirit Wolf.
Yeah, I remember that, dude. It was you're right. It was right under Spirit of the Wolf, but it was so freaking amazing, dude. You could escape mobs again, dude. You know? Okay, I found my 4th bar. I was about to get upset. Okay, so we're good. We got the granola bars flowing, guys. Granola bars. And on that note, guys, I think this is a good place to end the video. I want to thank my friend AC Gamer for coming out and hanging out, guys. We found a pickup group in Mistmoore, guys. We've had an amazing time. Got about, let's see, so far, I've got almost a yellow and a half since we've been here. We haven't been here that long. And AC, is there anything you want to say before we end the video, sir?
No, just thanks again for coming out and joining us, guys. Hopefully you will watch some of the later videos where we get these guys up a little bit higher, because I think that's when they're going to really start coming into their own. Once Thum gets his complete heal and I get my feigned death, I can only imagine what type of shenanigans we're going to get up to.
Oh yeah, when I get my complete heal, hopefully I'll be healing your ogre's ass, dude. That'll be awesome, dude. That's what I'm talking about. A high level cleric, you know, it'd be like the reverse of Thum, dude. Thum and Demuro, dude. But yeah, I definitely want to. I'm really looking forward to actually having that combination, me healing you, dude. Because you know, my main back in the day was a cleric. I used to be really good at it. I know that if I focus on Sith Lord, I can get good at it again. And I really want to see if I can. I want to see if I can get back to the level that I used to be at. Anyway, guys, I love all your butts. Thank you for watching, and we will catch you all in the next episode.
Subscribe.
And I'm out. Guys, I need a 5-minute break.
Alright, just let them know. I liked some of the things you get, but the grind was just brutal. You know, by that point, they were trying to give players at in-game something to do. They didn't...
Alright, bro, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Alright, man. I don't think they really were comfortable telling people that, hey, this is the max level, this is the content that you have, and we're not going to go any step above that until the next expansion. They kept trying to push it, you know, kept trying to up the ante. And in the end, it's one of the main reasons why I don't want to play on live, is because some of the, I say some, pretty much every one of the earlier zones, earlier expansions, are absolutely dead. Nobody goes to them. Nobody experiences Lower Guck or Seb or Crushbone or Jife or any of the cities. You know, they don't need to. They can go to POP and get all their spells, all their guild masters, everything in one location. Super convenient, yeah. Killed the other zones. When you think about how great those zones were and how much thought and work went into creating those places, it's a shame to see what they eventually became. All because of that constant inflation of levels and equipment and AC, to the point where like there's no reason to go to those earlier zones. And I think if they had gone a little slower, instead of coming out with 5 levels per expansion or 10 levels per expansion, maybe only 1 level, maybe only 2 levels, maybe none. You know, just kind of create different content instead of higher level content. But yeah, I think AAs were part of that escalation to give you something, because apparently playing the game for the sheer enjoyment of the game, in their mind, wasn't enough. And it definitely is for us. We've been on you know, this server for a while now, and it's not going to go past Velius. Like, that is the end. There's no going past that. And yet we still find enjoyment in the game, even though there's no further to go. No, we're not going offline. He was shooting a video for our YouTube channels, and, you know, sometimes we do it while I'm streaming at the same time, so you guys got to see a little bit of the footage early. The AA points made it so you could tweak your tune, and also something to XP, yeah, at max levels, definitely. The tweaking the tune, though, not 100% agreeing on that one, just because everybody got pretty much the same AAs, or at least the common ones. I think they had like different tabs towards the end where you had like your common tabs for increased speed and increased mana regeneration and health regeneration. Those were something that all classes got. And then you had like the specialized one for like healers, so you could get the crit heals, or the DDs for undead. But you had a chance of getting all of those. If you played long enough, you could get every single thing maxed out on your AAs, which I think probably people have done today. I mean, the game's been out for so long. I think I only got to 100 and something, 115, 120 maybe AAs before I stopped. I got to level 65. Had some really good stuff. Again, I liked the raid zones, or even the grouping zones in Planes of Power. I just didn't like the expansion overall for, you know, a number of reasons. But I don't hold it against anybody who plays on live. You know, I'm glad that it's still going. It's one of the, like, the longest MMO running games out there, I think. And who knows, it could have a revival. Like, it could become something great. You look at WoW, World of Warcraft. They have gone through stages where it's really popular. They come out with an expansion, they lose like 60% of their subscriber base, and then they come out with another expansion and it kind of takes off again. So I'm kind of curious as to whether EverQuest has that in their future, if they could bring people back to the franchise, or if it's just going to be one of those things where it just, ever dwindling down bit by bit until there's just not enough people to keep it going. But the fact that there's these fan servers out there gives me hope that even if Daybreak Games decides to kind of end their version of the server, somebody else will pick up that torch and keep it going. Because I think there is enough love behind it. And enough desire to see it. EQ overall. I agree with you. I have not found another game out there in the MMO franchise that has ever really competed with EverQuest. They did so many things right, and it could be biased. It could be just the fact this was my first one, and I kind of compare everything to this one, so it's a little unfair in that regard. But just kind of taking the game down into its base components and looking at how they did certain things, and then comparing those things to other MMOs out there, I think you can make a strong case that EverQuest just did it right. We talked a little bit earlier about the chat bars. In this one, you can only communicate with people who are literally like standing right next to you, and you can do a shout over the zone, OOC in the zone, but there is no worldwide communication. There's no cleric channel, there's no Shadow Knight channel, there's no channel from 1 to 10, there's no like auction worldwide channel. So it's kind of broken up. If you're in one part of the country or one part of the continent, you only get to communicate with people who are in that part of the continent. That gets rid of a lot of the spammers that you might see in other MMOs out there. And spammers in MMOs are a nuisance, man. There's so many of them when a game first comes out. I guess maybe it's racist, but they call them, like the Chinese gold farmers, because that's where a lot of people are doing it. Trying to sell you in-game currency for real cash. That is something I don't think you can ever really get out of a video game. There's companies out there that have tried. Albion Online is one that we were playing. That's an MMO out there, and they were getting hit really, really hard with a DDoS, which is direct denial of service attack on their servers, because they went after those people. They closed down, I think, 800 accounts. Anybody who traded with them that got caught, their accounts were banned for life. You lost your game. They didn't take kindly to that, and they went after the company itself, and they were blackmailing them. They wanted money. They wanted freedom to do what they were doing. That's not something EverQuest had to deal with back then. Again, it kind of was like a new thing, MMOs, and it wasn't until later on that those kind of sprung up as a thing. So I'm not sure if EverQuest came out into DayZ culture, if they would run into that. I'm pretty sure they would. And how that would have changed the game. I look at Agnar, which is a progression server that they came out with on Live, and that one has been plagued from day one with people doing that kind of thing, where they go in there, they're camping, you're camping unnamed with a group there for experience and loot, and somebody else will just come in and steal your name. There is no more play nice policies from Daybreak Studios like Sony used to have. Not that they super enforced it. That wasn't huge of a thing back then. They would occasionally come out if people were being like a really big butthead, but other than that, it was kind of just take care of it yourself, deal with those kind of things. But since they got rid of it altogether, it's become like a cesspool of people just trolling other people. Oh, hey, I got more DPS than you do. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm taking your mob, and then I'm gonna change over to the next instance and do that to another group and another group and another group, because I can make so much money off of it that I don't care about my reputation in game. I'm actually making physical money in real life, so you guys can stick it. I think that part of a game needs to be tweaked, and there needs to be some middle ground to where, yeah, you can make money off of it. I don't mind that aspect of a video game, but I don't want it to ruin everybody else's experience because you're being a jerk about it. So until they can come out with a system that works, it just kind of sucks, all the way around. It's ruining the server. And I did see a lot of people left because of that. Not because they didn't like the game. They actually liked the server. They liked the community of people that they got to know and got to group with, they didn't like the community of people who were literally just trolling other people because they're making a living off of it in a bad way, or kind of a, I don't know, unfriendly way, I guess I should put it. WoW took EQ's place for me because of the expansions, but once WoW went in the same direction, I quit all MMOs. WoW has gone through so many different changes, and so has EverQuest, but WoW made the headlines about losing all their, or not all of them, but a lot of their subscribers because of a certain expansion. Yeah, I mean, I think they've gone a different route than EverQuest did, and I know EverQuest at some point either mentally decided to go down and try to emulate WoW, or they just did it naturally because that's what they thought gamers wanted. I think they would have been better off, in my opinion, if they had gone down their own route and kind of embraced what they were, which is stronger, harder, more time-consuming. Maybe not more difficult, but definitely more time-consuming.
Why am I medding standing up, dude?
Because you were getting beat in your face.
Oh, okay, cool. I like when that happens.
But yeah, I think EverQuest was a little bit more time-consuming than WoW. At least later on. I mean, when WoW first came out, if you played it originally, they were closer to what EverQuest was than they are now.
The grind, there's not really much of a grind in, even when you're soloing in World of Warcraft. The levels come so fast, man. I think even back in the day when I played the original in 2004, because I started playing a little bit, maybe a little bit before, a little bit. It was around when Burning Crusades was released. I remember that much. Yeah, it just you leveled so fast, man. It was so much different than the grind on EverQuest. The grind on EverQuest could be absolutely. I mean, get to level 57 now, guys, on Project 1999, and tell me about the grind.
Right. You're level 57 on Thoom, and it's taken us about 2 years. I mean, granted, we only play during the weekends, but...
Yeah, one Saturdays, man. The only reason we're playing on Wednesday this week, guys, is because I have time off. And that's because I had really high blood pressure, so I gotta be sick to have fun, dude. So, you know. Fun times, guys. Fun times.
You know, you gotta enjoy your sick days when you can.
Well, at least not that, you know, dude, there was a couple days at work where I actually thought maybe I wasn't actually going to die, dude.
Oh, well,
I felt that bad.
You don't ever want to let it get that bad, dude.
No, it was rough, dude. It felt really bad, so.
Oh my god, I thought Thoom was getting his shots today. Hey, Nano, how you doing, man?
What's up, Nano? Are you at work, brother? We got a spot open over in Mistmoore, dude.
Yeah, come join us, dude. Let's see. Yeah, but we were just having a conversation about WoW versus EverQuest and how, you know, it seemed like both had potential for a long time, and they went off in weird directions, and I don't know if I would have went off in the same direction if I was a game programmer. I probably would have, though, because that's what people were clamoring for. People wanted that style, and then once you gave it to them, you had the backlash of, like, the hardcore players who were like, oh, no, we kind of liked it the way it was. So, like, you can't really please anybody or everybody.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they've still got a loyal fan base, man. I wonder how many people are active. Oh, don't come here, dude. Stop it, man.
Wait,
he didn't actually hit me, but he was going to.
He's pulling it right into the middle of the camp. Like, if he pulled it down towards the tree, give me a little chance to grab it, but... that means it's yours, Sith Lord.
Yay!
I don't know what he's talking about.
The gargoyle eyes.
Oh, we doing rotation on those?
Yeah, you're next, dude. You get the next one.
Yeah. I was passing on loot, but I'll take it.
Yeah, he needs to loot his corpse, dude. That's gonna bother me.
Oh, I like to leave bodies everywhere. Everywhere I die, I like to leave a body. Yeah, but there's a few other MMOs out there I kind of want to give a try to. One of them was called Secret World, and it was based off of conspiracy theories. So like they took every conspiracy theory you've ever heard of and somehow rolled them all into one where they're interconnected. And they did so in a way that, from what I
Do
read
you
on
know?
reviews, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Finish your story, dude. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it seemed like they did it in such a way that it seemed plausible to people who like that sort of thing. You know.
You know, Marvel and DC both have a role-playing game, dude. Massive multiplayer, role-playing game. And the DC one looks actually pretty cool, but on the Marvel one, you can actually make the Hulk and stuff like that, dude. So that's you can't be the Hulk, but you can make a character just like the Hulk, dude. He's invulnerable and really strong and stuff like that. So, I'm down for that, man. I want to try that actually.
That's kind of cool. Yeah. What were the names of them? Do you remember?
You would have to put me on the spot, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, you brought it up. I just, if you don't remember, that's fine. We'll look it up later.
Yeah, dude. I used to play the DC one too, man. So the fact that I'm not remembering right now makes me eat potato. So.
Nah, that's fine, man. We'll look them up. Maybe we could do a few videos for some of those. I'd like to try those out.
Yeah, I'd love to play. I'd love to make a superhero, man. Or would you make a villain? Because I think in one of the later expansions you can make a villain now, dude. So.
I'd probably go with the villain just to try that part out. I'd go more with like a Superman indestructible thing, because literally there'd only be one thing in the game that could hurt me, and as long as I stay away from that one item, which is something Superman could never do, I'd be fine.
Yeah, I don't know if it quite works like that on the video game. I think it's gonna be kind of like Everquest. Dude. The mobs are gonna damage you.
Oh, that's not fair. If I'm Superman, they can't damage me. They could tear up my clothes. They could be a shirt ripper.
Yeah, but I don't, because it wouldn't be no fun. You'd have a bunch of people running around as Superman, and the mobs wouldn't have a chance. So.
Yeah, but you get that theme music thrown in there.
Okay, sing it for us, dude.
That is not the music. I love it when a plan comes together. That's what Superman used to say.
No, what is Superman? That's Star Wars. It's kind of like Star Wars, though.
It kind of, yeah, a little bit. There was one Marvel Heroes and DC Universe Online. I think I tried.
Yeah,
DC.
That's it. Yeah.
I think I tried that one. The controls were kind of funky.
Kind of funky. Well, it takes some getting used to, man. We're so used to games like Everquest, though, dude. That it does actually take some getting used to. Like it took some used to. It took some getting used. Dude, I was so potato on Day of Infamy yesterday. It made me mad, dude. I was getting angry. I was getting mad.
Well, it depends on who you're going after. I mean, you go in there with somebody who is epically, great at first-person shooters, you're going to have a bad day. But you go in there with people who aren't so good, and it's really fun, because then you get to, troll them a little bit. I like the game.
Yeah, I mean, usually I do pretty good, man, but it's reaction time, and my reaction time has gone way down, and it's been like every time I go for a week, I only play it like 2-3 hours a week. And when you do that, man, you're never gonna be as good at the game as you want to be. After, so usually I do a lot better after 3 or 4 rounds. I'll get to where I'm, doing better and doing better and doing better, and then I'll start kicking ass. But yesterday I was just complete potato all the time, dude. So.
Did you try to put Tony in?
Yeah, I'm adding him to the call right now.
Oh, okay, because my Skype freaked out there for a second. Yeah, but for those of you who do not know, guys, YouTube has started to do the best way to put it is censoring. Kind of like with TVs, they have the FCC or the radios and NC-17 ratings, all that kind of jazz. They started to do that with YouTube. And so first-person shooters, any game that is overly violent has started to get blocked. Like your game either can't have commercials on it or doesn't even get loaded at all. Like they block the video completely so people can't watch it. Kind of sucky. And when I mean kind of sucky, I mean like completely and totally royally sucky. But there's not much you can do about it. They've decided that's the way it's going to be. So you probably won't see too many first-person shooters on my channel. You probably won't see too many first-person shooters in the future on YouTube, period. and I
Yeah,
hope
I'm
they
not
change that.
yeah. No, it's not a big deal, man. I was never, I used to be when I was a kid, when I was 19, 20, up into my early 30s. I loved shooters. I used to play them a lot and stuff like that. But I'm a role playing guy, guys. I like my role playing games. I like Everquest. I like games like that. I like Telltale games. The fact that I used to be good at shooters and now I completely suck at them, completely a potato. That adds to it. That's part of the reason why you're more than likely going to see me play other games besides shooters. I mean, I have gotten to the point to where I can get, like the other day, I got 22 kills on the, and I was actually top of the leaderboard. But man, there's some kids on that game now who get 40 to 50 kills a round on the freaking Day of Infamy. Can you imagine that, AC? Think about that,
Yeah.
man. 40 to 50 kills on that game. I know that sometimes you got 15 waves and there's like 10 to 12 people in each wave and stuff like that, but that means you're killing over half of the people that spawn, dude. You're killing over half the waves by yourself, dude.
They're good.
And there are kids out there. Yeah, and you can't. If you meet up with them in a dark alley, dude, guess who's gonna get that kill? It's not gonna be you. It's gonna be that guy. So
That guy is the one that really annoys me the most because it's always the bullet that comes where I don't know where it came from. I just drop.
Yeah.
I just drop out of the blue, and I'm like, who got me from where? That's the most annoying part.
what pisses me off, man, is because I use the two 9mm. I use the grease gun for assault, and on the MP40 on the assault class on the Germans. And I'll shoot people, man. I'll react first, and I'll get a couple of shots off. I'll hear them grunt and groan, and they'll still manage to kill me, dude, because they have a more powerful weapon. They'll have a rifle or something like that, dude. And that pisses me off to no end, dude. It makes me so angry, dude.
The game
So
I
that's
really,
what. That's what.
the game I really wanted to play was that Player Unknown with you, but now that they're blocking all first-person shooters, like that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, I played that game like 5 or 6 times yesterday as well, and I got I got 3 kills, but I played it like 5 or 6 rounds, and I got 1 kill, and then one match I got 2 kills. Which 2 kills on that game is pretty good, guys, because you're so spread out, and So I managed to kill 2 guys at once, So I was happy about that. I wish I'd actually made a video of that, because sometimes the 2 kills is pretty good, but I don't know. I'm a potato at shooters now, dude, and it sucks.
I mean, just thankfully they're not going after RPGs yet. That could definitely be something in the future that they decide to go down. First-person shooters.
Yeah, come on, I mean, which role-playing game out there can you think of that's offensive, dude? Name one.
We're killing creatures in this one, so it depends on how offensive or how. What's the term for it? How sensitive you are to being offended. Because there's some people out there that are sensitive to everything.
Well, the ad people who are the only people that YouTube are worried about. They're not worried about us. YouTube's not concerned in the least with us, man. They don't care, or else they wouldn't be doing what they're doing to the YouTube content creators, which is kind of funny because the content creators are the reason that the ad people want to be here. We are the reason that YouTube is around, is because we want to make these videos and we want to share them with people. So they're more worried about fixing the ad revenue, which I know that's how they make their money. But if they start pissing all their YouTube content creators off to the point of where they stop making videos and stuff like that, just imagine if the top 20 to top 50 YouTube content creators were like, okay, we're tired of this. We're going to go over here to this such and such platform and make videos over there. Just imagine if you're Jacksepticeye, your Markiplier, your PewDiePie, all those guys decided, fuck YouTube. You guys are messing with our money too much. We're going to go over here and we're going to make money on this platform. What would happen to YouTube, dude?
I don't think it's ever going to happen, to be honest. But I think Brando was saying that YouTube must make very little off of first-person shooter content. I don't think that's the case because there's a lot of really popular first-person shooter games out there.
Call of Duty is huge. Yeah, man, it's huge, dude. It's just, I don't know, man. They're paying too much mouth service to their.
Yeah, again, I don't play a lot of first-person shooters. What's got me worried is that gaming in general on YouTube might eventually go the way of the dodo. And I love being able to share with you guys the videos that I make. And not being able to do that anymore just has me a little concerned. So I mean, it's on our mind. It's something new just going on. I know it doesn't really have anything to do with the game per se, but that's kind of why we're talking about it a little bit here.
It's something to worry about, man. If you're a content creator, or if you're somebody who wants to be, I'm a content creator and I want to be successful. I want to do this full time. I want this to be my career. And if they keep changing things, man, then that dream goes away. And that's really the only dream I have left, man, is to be a YouTube content creator, is make money doing this.
Well, you can always get your own private commercials from people that you go to the company and you ask them if they want to sponsor your channel and all that kind of stuff, and that could still be done for first-person shooters. It just means you have to do the legwork rather than YouTube going out and finding you the commercials for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. It's still I like making money just by doing what I'm doing. I don't want to have to work, dude. I don't want to do extra work. Okay, I'm lazy, dude. Okay.
I get it. I'm super lazy. I'm up there with the best of them, I think, on the laziness part, if you can consider those best. But did we get Nano in? Is Nano in?
Nano hates us, dude.
Hello?
Hey, he's just been sitting here listening to us go on and on about some weird subject. But hey, man, how you doing?
Off work, man.
Oh, nice.
So
come join us over in Mistmoore. I only have about an hour left before I have to head out and pick up the kitties. But you're welcome to come in there and be part of our
You
group.
have kitties?
Well,
you have kitties?
Nieces and nephew.
He's got 7 kids, dude.
Yeah, I just didn't tell anybody about it. I play Everquest on the weekend and I have 7 kids.
Wow. How did I accidentally turn my mouse look off? What the hell? How did that happen?
That is like F11 or F13 or something.
I got it on. I just went to options and mouse, but I turned the mouse look off somehow, and don't know how that happened. Weird. Where are you guys at? Mistmoore what?
Pond?
We're at camp? Oh, alright. I'll be there in a minute or 3.
Let Thum know who you're bringing so he can tell the leader. And
Oh, my Shadow
Knight.
Knight. My Shadow Knight.
Oh, nice. Yeah, let him know as soon as you can, Thum, if you get a chance. That way we can save him the
So did you quit your job, dude, or what? Did you quit?
You talking to Thum?
Well, both of you, I guess, since you're both here. But...
No, Thum told me a couple days ago that he's going to be off this week, so I took some time off so we could play. And I got a birthday party to go to later today, so got the.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. No, dude, I'm probably going back to work next Monday, dude.
Right on.
Which I don't know, man. I probably should just go ahead and leave the job and get another job, dude. One where I can actually, have the time to exercise and take care of myself, dude. But it is what it is. I just would really miss the money, dude.
Construction, that's one thing about them, man. They do get paid fairly well. It's hard work, though, man. I don't see myself ever being able to be out in the sun like that again. I used to do it for football all the time. August was the worst because you're going back after not being outside for a few months. And then it's like the hottest month ever here in Houston. But
yeah, August is terrible, dude. It's actually getting up in the 90s here in the mountains. And through July, it was maybe high 80s, dude. I think we had one day or something where we got over the 90s. And now a couple of days I've gone through town and the bank has said 94, 91, crap like that. I hate it. I want it to die.
It's a dry heat though for you guys, right? Like you're not too humid.
No, it's been very humid lately, dude. Almost every day. Yeah,
that makes it
freaking
worse.
terrible.
That makes it worse.
No. Yeah, but it's the dry heat though.
Do you wear one of those sweatbands when you work, dude? You know what I mean?
I actually do. I do wear I take a rags. We buy these rags to wipe grease and stuff off our hands and stuff like that. And I actually wear it's called a do-rag. And I'll tie it around my head because it keeps my hat from getting sweat all over it, dude.
Oh.
Now, do you
and plus it protects the back of my neck, dude.
Do you use any of that newfangled cloth that's supposed to keep you cooler than like the regular?
Yeah, my mom bought me one of those cooling cloths, and it works all right, dude. But it smells funny, and it's just it makes me look funny. I mean, you're wearing a blue towel on your head, dude. And people later become like, that's funny. Just laugh at him.
I think if you're outside in the hot heat, I wouldn't care If people are
Yeah,
laughing at me
I
for
don't
the
care,
truth.
dude. I don't care if people laugh at me anyway, dude. It's not a big deal.
If it kept me a couple
I'd
more
rather be
degrees
like you
cooler.
said, be cool.
You're cool, dude. You're cool. You're cool.
I'll be laughing at them, man. I'll be like, I'm cool, man.
Cool.
I'm cooler than that.
Let them go outside and look all cool and be dead the next day because of the heat.
Is that rag just for your head, or did you like try, or what?
Are you calling me a raghead, dude?
No, I'm
That's
saying
racist.
that
You know,
cooling
racist.
rag you
around
tried
your
other
neck.
places.
Your neck is
Yeah,
supposed to be
man,
the
your
best
neck.
spot.
Yeah.
I put it like directly over my head, dude, and let it drape across the back of my neck because my back of my neck is, dude, it got sunburned at the beginning of the year. It got so sunburned. My skin actually split open like maybe more than an inch, dude. I mean, my skin split open in one eye. It had a huge scab on it and everything, dude. That's the worst sunburn I've ever had. It went beyond blistering, and my skin actually opened up and became an open wound.
That sounds
So,
like a first degree,
yeah.
not first degree, but definitely a burn.
Third degree burn. Yes.
Sounds
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
So it
is
was
what it
not.
sounds like.
It was not good, dude. It was not good. I take hot showers, and I couldn't take a hot shower in that. I couldn't let the water hit me in that spot for like 2 weeks, dude.
Yeah, imagine. Yeah, I see the guys here that are like mowing the lawns and stuff when I drive through the neighborhood, and they got it all over the back. They got like this entire rag that goes over. They look like a beekeeper almost, with the whole thing around their face.
Yeah.
And like I don't blame them. Like I'm hot just being in a car with AC.
With yourself?
Wait,
You're hot in the car being
You are
with
AC.
yourself? Yeah, you're.
Wait, is this Cypher?
Yeah, I mean sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes I like to drive with myself.
Do you have a voice changer?
Actually, I do have a voice changer.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm bringing a train. Is that all right?
Sure.
No, that's not okay, dude. Don't do it.
Harpua. That's good. That's why you guys can keep the group going when I do head out in about an hour.
The shaman's been. Well, he hasn't been tanking, but I'm sure he could tank.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, so
I can
invite him. Who's the
change my
leader?
voice. I can sound like a little munchkin.
I'm here to steal your merbs.
Make yourself sound like a lady, dude. You got lady parts.
Like a lady? Let me see.
Wow, that's not weird. You're right. Not weird at all.
How about now? I sound like a lady?
No, you don't sound
You sound
like.
like AC clasping his nuts or something. No.
Yeah, dude. You sound like
Well, if I
Can you make it?
if I close my nuts, it sound like this.
Oh my god.
Man, I wish you had one like you could make your voice sound like famous people. Like if I had a voice changer that could make my voice sound like Cartman, dude, I'd use it all the fucking time. Dude.
Carving would be kind of cool.
Oh man.
I could sound like my true edge.
You sound like a Baptist preacher right there, dude.
Well, wow, listen.
You want me to help you light the candles? Or that incense? What do they do? I don't know.
I think incense is the Catholics. Dude.
Oh,
No, incense and candles.
Alien brute? I don't know about the alien brute one.
Is it a Halo voice changer?
I guess it could be like a Halo thing, but there's ones that came with the sound card. There's supposed to be a program where you can get like 1,000 different voice modifications on there, and I kind of wanted to get that at some point and play around with them.
She's wearing assless chaps, dude.
She likes to show it off.
Yeah, I love that about Dark Elves, dude.
Is it Wood Elves? Wood Elves, they start in like a G-string, skin tight, something or another.
Yeah, that actually shows her butt, though, dude. Dark Elf butt is the best, dude. It's the best.
Gargoyle's up. Somewhere.
You want to pull?
I have so.
Yeah. Well, I think we both do because we got a shaman, but.
I didn't know we had a show. Oh, my pet's gonna be an idiot.
So yeah, if you want to pull, I'll tank it.
Oh, I just fell in the water. Yay!
I got the aggro.
Best puller ever.
I think they just want the pools to keep coming. Hey, Sarah, how you doing, man? Yeah, the Wood Elves do dress kind of scandalous.
Might get rid of my pet if I'm gonna be.
But you do got to remember that the game was made, I think, primarily by dudes. I don't know that for sure. I just assume because the guys are all dressed very regally. You know, regal. They have the kind of like fancy, especially Dark Elves, fancy armor. And, you know, the women are very skippy. So if it was made by women, I would assume there would be a few kind of skimpy outfits for the guys.
Yeah, little loincloths and stuff like that. And show up the bust and stuff like that.
Yeah, like the barbarian, you know, like very, very manly in some ways, but like no shirt on. And
I'm a dude playing a dude. Disguised as another dude.
I just watched that the other day.
This movie's hilarious, dude.
You went full retard, man.
We never go full retard.
You know, when you watch that movie, you got to keep in mind that they're actors playing a role. Like, that has to get into your head as an actor, right? Like, just how far down the rabbit hole do you go?
Yeah. Vlad, I think you're...
Oh, he pulled those two when I had one.
You're next on the Gargoyle Eyes, dude.
Well, I didn't really pull these responded. Yeah, this guy likes to build houses in the meantime, you know? Home again, off again. What was the name of that show? What Bob Vila did?
Toolman Taylor?
No, that was Tim Allen. It's Home Improvement, I think is the name of that one. That was a good one, too. I watched that one for years.
Yeah, that was a good show.
He's, I think, doing another TV show as well about a family.
Yeah, he works at a Bass Pro Shop or something.
Really? It sounds like something he would do. Man, like his shows are kind of very similar to one another, but he's really good in that role. I wish he'd do more movies, like comedies. Like he did the Santa Claus ones, which the first one I think was the best. The other ones, you know, are what they are, but you don't see too many Christmas movies coming out these days.
God, there's a glyph coming. I got two. One of them's a glyph.
Oh, well, they pulled, jackass. I mean, cool, dude.
I mean, you know.
I love you. More Root one.
I'm going after the glyph. Because he is a caster.
Here and there.
Here lay you down the road that all this travel. Here lay around the darkness in my mind.
Freaking me out, dude. Just a little bit.
Did you guys?
I'm just like that.
Did you guys see that we're gonna get hit, or maybe you guys aren't, but we're gonna get hit by another hurricane coming in from the Gulf of Mexico?
I saw you naked.
Who hasn't seen me naked?
I mean,
Oh yeah, there's another in 7 years. There's another eclipse coming, dude, and the path of totality stretches over Texas, dude.
Oh yeah, 2024 or something.
Oh,
the Mayan calendar? Is that what you're talking about?
The world's gonna end. I've lived through so many of those. When people say that kind of thing, all I can think of is Y2K, 2011, all those years that it was supposed to explode and we never did. There's only so many times you can tell me there's a wolf eating the sheep before I stop caring about the sheep.
Here comes another glyph.
Okay.
Oh, here comes another one. I got three. I didn't see that one pop. Good pull. Oh wait, you want me to feint that? I don't have it yet. You got the glyph?
Yeah, I'm on the glyph. Let me know if you guys root any of these things.
Let's use it. See if it works. Ready?
Ooh, harm touch?
Mm-hmm.
I'll try my harm touch. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Shadow Knights for the win.
Both of them work. Both of them worked, but I think yours is stronger.
What level are you?
25.
Oh, I'm 27, so yeah, mine might have been just a little stronger.
It took more often.
Those things get resisted so often, I almost forget that I even have the ability to use it. It's not like the Paladin one that can save somebody's life.
Yeah, not really. Are you guys gonna try to be around for the raid Friday?
Yeah, definitely.
You open raid?
No.
Come on, man. Come on, dude.
No.
You can come spend
No.
night at my house and put. Oh wait, we don't have an IP exemption.
You could get one though.
Not in a day.
They
or 2 days.
they said they have done that before. So when they have like a LAN party coming over and a lot of people are going to be there, they give them a semi-permanent or whatever.
How does a LAN party work, dude? Do you connect to the internet on one computer and then everybody else connects to that guy's computer? How does that work? What the fuck is? I mean, as far as I know, you got to connect individually, no matter where you're at, to the internet. So LAN parties, I've heard about them. But what the fuck?
What that is like if you have multiple computers in the same house, you can connect through your own internet to those computers. So you're kind of using the internet, but you're kind of not. It's more of using your own internal internet in the house. And so you're playing just the computers that are there through that one network.
Yeah, see, I've never actually done that before, so I've never had a LAN party, dude.
I used to do that with my brothers.
I know I had some friends. Yeah, I had some friends back when when I played Doom a lot. I had some friends that would do it and stuff like that, but I always had my own, I had my own dial-up modem and stuff.
Well, because I grew up with so many brothers, we would have different. Well, once we got the money for it, we'd have computers in different rooms, and we'd be able to play with one another on games that were not multiplayer, because multiplayer wasn't a huge thing in the 80s and 90s. It wasn't until later on that you started having all these servers and everything else that you can connect to.
Did you see that Rogue's name?
What did it say?
My tatas are frozen.
He did start over there as a barbarian. I got my exemption after 3 hours of posting on the forums, and hey man, how you doing? Yeah, 3 hours is a good amount of time that you didn't have to wait.
Oh, we got a pop.
Yeah, must have.
Yeah, you popped right on my face.
Or is that a pet?
No, it's a pop. I've heard
Excuse
people.
me, sir. Is this your face? Yeah, it's my
Please,
face.
sir, I'd like some more.
I'm gonna pop right on it, man.
I have heard of people waiting a couple months to get their exemptions, but yeah, I think they're pretty fast most times.
They're pretty fast, except for when they're really fucking slow. Remember when it took me a year to get my Silver Cotton hand wraps back?
Yeah. That's... Yeah, there's not much you can say on that one. It did take you about a
I
year
can
to
say
get it.
shout out to Sorkin. Shout out to Sorkin for being a really cool, awesome guy, dude. That's what I can say.
Yeah, he got it taken care of eventually.
Didn't you hey, how's it going? Where's my gloves? Like, it reminded you
Yeah,
of something?
yeah, he immediately took care of it.
So it probably would have never happened if you wouldn't ran into it. That's my point.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, nothing was gonna get done, dude. So.
Well, didn't he say something about like it had been labeled as?
Hey, help the druid out, guys. Help the druid out. I think he's AFK and he's not moving. Oh yeah, he is. Okay. He's just waiting for somebody to root it.
Yeah, I'm going on a year for mine too. Next month will be 1 year for a poofed item. Same thing with Doom. He had a poofed item. We were shooting videos in, I believe it was Lower Guck, and from one video to the next, he had it. Somewhere in between that video, like it disappeared. So
yeah, it just poofed, man, into the wild blue yonder. Like a wild ranger singing songs, sounds like I'm singing.
Like a wild ranger?
Yeah. Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh.
But sometimes they're really
That's how that song goes.
because you got trapped in a wall once in Soul B, and within like 30 seconds.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they got me out of the wall, man. I just got trapped, dude. I was like, what the crap?
You got charmed by that noble.
I was like, what the crap? I'm in a trap. I get it, guys?
It's not a moon. It's a space station.
You know what I'm saying, guys?
Can you explain it to me?
Well, it's rhymes all the times.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah, viewer just went down from 20 to 11.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about. Any way I can help, dude, it might make the world a better place.
Yeah, they're going back so they can rewind and listen to the singing is what it is. That's why they're not live.
So I'll tell you guys, I'm really kind of butthurt about a game that I really love, DayZ. The last 3 or 4 times I've played DayZ, man, the servers have all been low pop. Not any medium pop, not any full. No, for all the servers, man. And every time I've played, the lag and the rubber banding has been terrible, dude. So either they've stopped repairing the game, they've stopped caring about it, or something like that. Which I haven't seen a patch for it in a couple months too. So, and I don't think they ever fully released the game, dude. So I'm really sad about that, man. DayZ is a game that I really love and really enjoy to play.
You think they're done? I mean, like giving up on it?
Man, I hope not, dude. It brings me so much joy, but the last couple times I played it, man, I wasn't able to play it because the rubber band was just so. I mean, even on a good connection, on a good day, the rubber banding was just too many glitches, man. And they've had 4 years to bring this game to the market. I mean, it's been in early access for 4 years. And I don't know. I'm worried. I'm worried about it.
That's a long time to be in early access. Wasn't DayZ, or maybe I'm thinking of a different one, that was notorious for not giving people what they were asking for? There was another zombie kind of survival game that was getting a lot of flack. I can't remember if it was DayZ or something else, but you guys know which one I'm talking about?
It could be. It very well could be. DayZ's going through its shares of trials and tribulations, that's for sure. So.
With early access games, they really are a random crapshoot. You never know. It could be a fantastic game that is up and running within a year, or they could take 5 or 6 years and never actually finish the game. So
the thing about DayZ was it was awesome right off the get-go, dude. And it was actually a game that separated from an Arma mod. There was the Arma mod first, and then some guy was like, "Hey, I'm gonna make DayZ standalone," and it's such a great game, man. And when it's working, it's wonderful. But the fact that nobody's playing it, there's no people on it. The game's still glitching. Glitches that have been there since I started playing 3 years ago. It's just, man, it really makes me worry for the game, because when you get invested into a game like I am in DayZ, you actually care about what happens to it and the outcome. And it looks like it's going to fall through the cracks, man. It looks like it might actually die all the way. So. It's just sad, dude.
You feel like you got your money's worth out of it, though? I think you played it a lot.
Oh, yeah, dude. I paid $26 for that game and played it until the wheels fell off, dude. So, yeah, I've had a lot of good times on DayZ. There's still some DayZ videos on my channel, too, that will probably stay there for a while, man, because they actually got good views in relevance to my channel. The amount of people that I have watching my channel, they did well, man. 70, 80. Some got 120 views on it. That's good for my channel, man. That's good stuff.
Well, one thing you also got to keep in mind, though, is 4 years is a long time. It could, if a game had come out finished after like 3 years, that's usually the end of it. 4 years is a long runtime for a game, considering how many games are coming out. So maybe that's just it.
Exactly. I think that's part of the problem, Macy, is people are leaving it to play games like Battleground, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and all these other games and stuff like that. And I don't know, man. DayZ is a game that it's so great and so much fun that if they would have kept working on it, I feel like if they had kept, they haven't even released it yet, dude. So it's just like, what the crap, guys? But yeah, I mean, I think it can compete, man. If they made it, if they finished it, I think it would compete with even the new games, dude. So that's just my opinion. I really love the game, so I may be biased, dude.
The fact that you love it, though, shows that it at least appealed to somebody out there. And when you were playing it in the old days, there used to be tons of people on it. So I think it's just probably there's other games out there. I have a hard time keeping up with just how many games are coming out every day. Not even like every month anymore, but every day. There's like 100 to 200 games coming out. And most of them that I see, I want to try. Maybe not play for long, but I want to try them. So there's just oversaturation over the market, There's just not enough time.
DayZ was such a good game initially, too, that people emulated. I mean, Sony came out with a game like maybe a couple years. What is it? The game that the zombies. I mean, it's just like DayZ.
H1Z1.
H1Z1, yeah. I mean, so DayZ was so good that a major company like Sony emulated it, and they came up with their own version. Oh,
Is that Daybreak?
Daybreak
H1Z1?
probably now.
Daybreak?
Yeah, it was Sony when it first came out though.
Oh, was it Sony when it came out? Okay.
I think H1Z1 is still Sony. Well, I could be wrong about that. I'm actually probably going to have to buy H1Z1 to get my DayZ fix now, dude.
Well, I heard H1Z1 didn't do as well as they were hoping, and not a lot of people got involved in it, so that might not be the one to get.
I've watched people stream that. It seems kind of, I don't know, a lot of waiting, hunting. You know what I mean? Kind of.
How much time you got left, the last?
I got about 45 minutes. Why is that?
Miriam was asking because there's a rogue waiting for group.
Oh, 3. Ooh, don't die.
Yeah, as long as they don't start making the zombies sparkle in the sunlight, I will still always love zombies. But you know,
I always love Twilight for that, dude. Sparkling vampires, dude. It's
Really?
awesome, dude. Yeah, man, come on, dude.
Yeah, there's like 3 coming, dude. Got them all bunched up together, really nice for it.
You like that, buddy? All right, I'm gonna root as one more. Be prepared to move. Move! Move! Yeah, you're good.
oh wait, you
Which
root
one's
Mantis.
that?
Okay, so he rooted the other one.
Damn, I'm a good cleric, dude.
How's your mana?
70% right now. It's gonna be much lower when I heal the both of you. All the way up to full, because I like to keep my people full, man.
For now, until you get that complete heal, and then you're just gonna be like, let me make the tank pucker that butt a little bit.
I was really good at that too, man. I used to try and get people down to like less than 10% before I'd heal them.
I do notice that I have to change the way I pull when I have a healer that doesn't want to heal me when I go off to pull something, because if I'm going to pull like 3 mobs and I know I'm going to lose like 30% life and I'm going off at like 50%, he's not going to have enough time to get that C heal off on me before I'm dead. So I like to keep at least the puller topped off, and hopefully he's not the same person tanking it.
All right, try and pull light next couple pulls. No, let me get some mana back, please.
Dude, that was light. What are you doing?
Yeah, 3 mobs?
Yeah, man. I was gonna pull the graveyard mob next.
Yeah, it would have been a lot harder on me if we'd have had to fight all the 3 of those at once. The fact that we spread them out, that made it manageable.
Did you guys see that new TV show is coming out on the air pretty soon? The one about Galaxy Quest kind of thing?
Yeah, with Seth MacFarlane, dude. I can't wait to watch that shit, dude. You know?
Just saw a new preview for it.
Orville. It's called Orville, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be awesome, dude.
Looks hilarious, dude.
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane is, Family Guy, dude. Family Guy and American Dad, dude. Both of those shows make me laugh my ass off, dude. So if that's the kind of comedy we're going to get, dude, I know it's going to be
It's snared.
success for this.
Did you see the new preview for it, though?
I haven't seen the new preview. I've seen the old preview. So I don't know if we're talking about the same preview.
Well, this one, he knocks on the guy's door, and he's like, we come in peace, and the guy tries to shoot him. So he shoots him, right? And then he's talking to the kid. He's like, we don't mean you any harm. And he's like, oh, well, I mean, I just shot your dad, but we don't mean you any harm. Kind of thing. But they got like a robot in there. It looks like the full crew of like the Star Trek thing, where you got like Data, like robot, and then you got, the Vulcan or something. It just seems like they got the whole
Here it comes.
boy band back together.
The other one coming is from the graveyard. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good, man. This one's almost dead anyways.
But this one should be like yellow or something, maybe.
He really doesn't like you.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good.
I snared him. I'm waiting for you to get the...
There you go. Well, it would help if I turn my attack on.
I think that new show comes out in October. Is that right? Or did you notice?
I think it was just next month, right?
What station does it come out on?
Oof.
CBS, I'm thinking something.
Oh,
like that.
excellent, dude. I get all the basic channels, but I stopped getting Comedy Central a while back, and
Yeah, it's a base. I know it's a basic channel for sure.
All I get is HBO, but I love dude. Game of Thrones has been kicking fucking ass lately, dude. I mean, it's
Still
crazy.
not seen an episode of that, by the way.
Oh,
One
shut
episode.
no one wants to talk to you then, Scrub. You just hush your mouth.
I mean, I don't even know anything about it, and I know that there's a dragon that's
You like
blue eyes.
No
and-
spoilers, man.
You like, yeah, no spoilers, dude. Come on, dude.
Dude, I don't know
be that
nothing. I
guy.
don't even know what it means when I say it. I know
He was just gonna be like, yeah, I know that one person died, and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, yeah. Don't ruin it for other people. It's too good to ruin it. It really is.
I know Chupa and his wife. You know,
I mean,
every time it comes on, they get like the bowl of popcorn, and they make a whole night out of it. So.
Oh, dude, I didn't know Chupa loved Game of Thrones like I do, dude. I'll have to talk to him about that, dude.
Yeah, him and Cypher. Cypher has been wanting to watch it, but he doesn't have it on his, so he has to wait until.
Yeah,
it comes out on DVD.
anybody that likes anything remotely fantastical, dude. If you like fantasy, if you like Harry Potter and stuff like that, and you're not watching that show, do yourself a favor, man. Go check out Game of Thrones and watch it from the beginning season. It will grab you by the nutsack or by the vagina, like President Trump, and get you invested, dude. That's
Well,
what we
the
want,
one thing about that show that I will warn people if they've never seen it before is that you're going to be waiting a very, very long time for what is called winter. They only have like one season in that show.
You hush your mouth. Winter is here, dude. People are dying.
They live like in the south, so it's just summer all the time. Like you're just never going to see that winter.
It's still warm in the south where King's Landing is, dude. So, even but Cersei has started wearing long sleeve dresses, so maybe they do feel the.
Yeah. Is that that one guy that didn't kneel to him? No, Xerxes. You know the guy from 300. He didn't kneel.
Okay, I'm done talking.
This is Sparta.
Well, because we didn't want to give any, spoilers, so we got to change it to the 300 thing.
Whatever, dude. Cersei wearing long sleeve dresses is not a spoiler, okay?
Yeah, I tried watching, what was it, 301 or whatever the sequel was to that 300?
What?
Wasn't,
No, it wasn't 301.
It wasn't as
312,
good as the first one.
When is it ever, dude? Name one sequel that you ever
Indiana
seen
Jones?
besides Aliens.
Indiana Jones?
Okay.
Thor 1 was horrible, and Thor 2 was a lot better.
Yeah, I didn't really like any of the Thor ones.
Second one was better.
I like the Thor movies.
The first one wasn't bad until you got to the end.
Wait,
Like, really?
is it-
A robot? That's all you could come up with, is a robot.
Dude, that guy is a badass, dude. If you read the comics, the guy he fought
Yeah.
and beat is a badass. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
so
a badass.
So let's make a robot the biggest enemy at the end of the first movie.
Yeah, but that robot was really badass, dude. If you'd have known who he
No,
was.
it was stupid, dude.
I just didn't like Thor in general because he seemed like a spoiled brat, and he didn't learn his lesson. Like, he was a spoiled brat at the beginning and a spoiled brat at the end, and kind of remained that way through all his movies.
He stole Darth Vader's woman, man. He's the shit.
No. I thought you were a comic book fan, dude. So
I'm a big comic book fan. I loved Iron Man for the Iron Man movies until
Not Thor.
Nah,
You know?
not Thor.
Thor's got some good. Dude, Ragnarok is one of the best series of comics out there, dude. It's freaking awesome, dude. He gets his ass beat by the Hulk, dude.
My rule about like superheroes, as soon as they go to space and stuff, I'm done, dude. Like whether it's a cartoon or a comic. When they start going in outer space, I check out.
But they live on another
Like-
planet, dude.
That's what I'm
Thor
saying.
lives-
So he
Like-
was born jumping the shark.
Like I like your neighborhood Spider-Man and your Batman that saves the city and Superman. That
You don't like
saves
Spider-Man in
Earth.
space?
I don't like shit in space, dude. Well, okay. Did you like Jason Voorhees in space?
No.
Like when they,
So you don't.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, what was it?
Same
Hellraiser in space, and
Yeah,
So
Pinhead.
you don't
in
like
space.
Guardians. You don't like Guardians of the Galaxy, then?
Yeah, but that's
You
different.
fucking liar!
that's but see that's like Star Wars.
All of that's in space. The whole thing.
That's different. They didn't take them from Earth and go to space, dude.
Yes, they did.
They kind of
took
did on that one, yeah. Like he starts off on Earth, but I can see what you're saying. That
Not all
it
of
feels
them.
different. It feels different.
95% of that team are aliens, dude.
I think when he's
you got a point
There's
there,
only
but-
one guy from Earth,
yeah,
and
and
he's half freaking. He's half a god.
and when you look at like the Batman ones, like they got the Justice League up there, but everybody else is still stuck on Earth. They're not, teleporting and going to
Yeah,
Mars.
they're out. Yeah, the Justice League is actually out in a. They have the space station that floats around Earth, where they.
And they're the only ones up there. Like everybody else is still stuck on Earth.
Yeah. So no, I mean, I've read a few stories like that. I mean, I like science fiction though, man. I mean, aliens.
Oh yeah, Aliens was amazing, dude. I love the Sigourney Weaver movies.
Take your time and tell me what Aquaman does in space.
Aquaman doesn't go to space.
Aquaman does the exact same thing he does on the planet.
Space whale?
Absolutely nothing.
Flops around like a fish out of water. Dude. Aquaman's actually a badass.
Not in space.
Not on the Earth either.
Well, he wasn't in the old cartoons, dude. But the actual Aquaman, dude, he's like on a strength level with Superman, dude. So he's got endurance, he's got invulnerability. Aquaman's actually a badass. He just never got any play, and he spoke to fishes, and he had so he's got bad press, dude. He just got bad press. I mean, Aquaman. Oh, dang, baby.
Oh, congrats, dude. Yeah, I think Aquaman could have been fantastic if, people lived in the sea, but they don't, so there's nobody for him to save except for fishes.
When do I get my spells, dude?
What level are you?
28.
I think you get it at 29, don't you? 29?
Yeah, 29.
Look it up.
I think you get your first res, dude.
Yeah, your free one. 0%.
Oh, yeah, level 29.
And you might get a new heal spell, right? New heal? Superior?
I'm gonna need one of you guys only some platinum. Oh no, I got platinum on Thune. Yeah, just maybe do a transfer for me.
You can't buy them over here though, because you're dark.
Yeah, dark elf.
What the hell does that mean, dude? Are you racist? That's racist.
I'm just saying, those guards over there definitely won't like you.
I might have something camped over here if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can just go to your home and buy them.
Yeah, have you bound over here yet, or when you die,
Don't
you're
you
gonna go all
know
the way
who
back?
your home is, dude? Okay, I'm gonna root mez one of those guys.
Have you bound
All right.
over here,
Root mez.
Thum?
Yeah, I'm bound at the beginning of Lesser Fey.
Oh, okay.
Greater Fey.
I just don't want you to end up all the way over in like Lake Ratier.
Right here.
Retro Jim says they found water on other planets. Maybe Aquaman put the water there.
Yeah, see, he's badass. He's traveling through the space.
He could go to other planets and be just as lame.
Aqua.
If you actually read the old Star Wars comics, the Gold Age, there is an episode where they do an underwater battle with Luke and all them. And there's like they're not Jar Jar Binks characters, but they're underwater characters. They almost look like what's the one show or the one the old monster movie, the
Snorks?
green guy with the webbed hands, the old ones, like
came from
the
Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing.
Yeah,
The creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, they almost look like that.
Not the
But
Snorks.
their faces are different.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
They should have done Snorks.
Yeah, the creature from the Black Lagoon. Okay, yeah.
But there's like a whole city and civilization, and they have to help save their world and stuff. But they fight underwater and stuff like that.
And then,
But that's from like the Bronze Age or whatever comics, the 70s line.
that was Superman or Aquaman?
No, that's Star Wars.
Oh,
That's what I'm
Star
talking
Wars.
about. Yeah.
So why the fuck did you bring that up? We're talking about Aquaman.
Well, 'cause
We were talking about underwater battles.
Yeah, he was trying to say that Aquaman has no underwater
Are you
battles,
guys-
so like it had to go to Star Trek or Star Wars instead.
Are you guys gonna go see Aquaman when it comes out
No,
with Jason Momoa?
no.
Oh, I'm
I
definitely
probably
gonna
will,
see it.
but I'm not excited. That's not anything.
He's not excited. He's like, I'll go watch it because I like comics, but
I think it will change your perception on how badass Aquaman really is, dude. Because he's really not as much of a pussy as that cartoon. You're thinking that's where you're getting your opinion from.
How
See,
much-
that cartoon? And I remember because I watched that same cartoon, dude.
when you watch this movie,
it
just
did make.
just trying to predict it, man. How much of the new Aquaman movie do you think is going to take place on land? I'm guessing about 80%.
Yeah, you're probably right, dude. You're probably
I
right.
saw
But
the
he doesn't
commercial,
lose his powers on the land, though. That's just it. He doesn't lose his. He still has the really power. He's still really powerful, really strong, really invulnerable, and stuff like that. He
As
still
long as he's
has all
standing in
that.
like a puddle.
He's just much.
Yeah, this is gonna sound really bad.
Why do I even try?
This is gonna sound really
I'm
bad.
a Marvel
Okay,
guy anyway, dude.
this is gonna sound really bad, but that is like a really good date movie because you take the chick and she's gonna be like all hunkied out. You know what I mean? Looking at the guy and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I watched this video on 4chan the other night, dude, where this guy was letting a catfish give him.
Not a what the? Where did that come from?
it was on 4chan, dude. I'm sorry, AC. This is good. Don't post this, dude.
Well, I think you blurred out there while you were saying stuff, so I don't think people know what you were saying. So, like, I think as long as we don't repeat it, we're good.
So, using night crawlers are good for fishing, is what you said, right?
Nah, dude. Let's not talk about it.
Actually,
dude.
that, you know,
weirdest thing I've ever seen.
If you think about it, that's kind of what that means.
Yeah, fishing is good. I love fishing. I used to go fishing all the time.
Fish like night crawlers?
And with Aquaman down there, I was always used to hope that I would pull up Aquaman and kind of take that nuisance out of the water, but
if you wiggle your worm, you know?
He would never take the bait.
It's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Did you Google? What did you actually Google to find that?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Never mind. Don't tell me.
4chan's where I go to get my porn when I fap, dude. That's where I get my porn from.
Oh, come on, guys. You know, this is YouTube, man. YouTube with their commentary stuff. Like, I'm not going to be able to use this entire video now.
Hang it up. First-person shooters are evil.
We just talked about this earlier, where they're being more restrictive on what you can say.
I'm sorry, dude.
For the record, he brought it up.
What? I didn't bring this up. I brought up Aquaman being lame, and somehow that kind of.
We're talking about Aquaman being lame. It's like, you ever had sex with a fish?
A puddle of water? Yeah, you know, puddle of water is.
It's a natural progression, dude. I'm so sorry.
But you know, the new actor they picked for Aquaman doesn't look anything like the comic book Aquaman. You know, the blonde hair, blue eyes, light skin.
Green tights?
Yeah, green tights. Were they tights or were they part of his skin?
Tights, for sure.
Because didn't he have the ability to turn, like, his feet into a mermaid type thing?
No.
I think Doom...
No?
No.
No.
So they were just green tights?
Yeah, he just had green fish scaled tights on now.
You think they're going to go that route on this one?
No. They've already shown Jason Momoa. He's not even wearing a shirt, dude. Jason Momoa actually played Drogon off of Game of Thrones the first season. He was Daenerys Stormborn's husband. So.
Yeah,
that's
Game
where
of Thrones.
He got his fame from, I believe.
Well, no, he did Stargate Atlantis for a while, and he also did Conan, the remake.
Right. There's a just go watch.
Was that him?
Oh my God!
Yeah, he did the remake of Conan.
100 points. Wow. There's a trailer that kind of, if you go watch the trailer that's already out about Aquaman, there's kind of a costume, kind of a I don't want to say it's a spoiler because it's a trailer, you know what I'm saying? But there's conversation about the costume.
Is he wearing the leather jacket at the beach?
Well, can I talk about it? I mean, because like I said, it is a trailer.
It's not, but if it's like a super spoiler, because if it's a trailer, that's not really spoiling anything.
Well, it's like kind of like
leather pants.
It's a little bit about the story about how he is kind of Aquaman. It kind of gives you a little bit of a backstory, but then it's kind of like, here is the uniform of your, you know what I mean, of your people, kind of a thing, and he kind of shakes his head like, "There's no fucking way," you know what I mean? and it was kind of the original uniform.
So it's like the Wolverine
from the comic book.
The Wolverine scene about the yellow tights.
Yeah, kind of like that.
You know, as long as he's not wearing a leather jacket at the beach, and like the Fonz, going, "Hey," kind of thing, I'm okay with it. I don't mind them changing the uniform a little. Richard Jim says, "I don't think Aquaman should be allowed to leave the water. He needs a weakness." I think, Thoom, you said earlier that he is weaker out of the water, and maybe if it's raining...
He's not as strong. He's still a badass. So what people don't understand is Aquaman is actually a badass. Him and his people made war on the Amazons, on Wonder Woman's people, and they won, dude. And
that's not
Aquaman put Wonder Woman down in a fight between the two of them.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that. In the movie, they were pretty pathetic, so that's not hard to believe.
Oh my God, for real?
Yeah, they were pretty pathetic. Like half of them got wiped out on the beach alone
by Nazis.
Yeah. And we wrecked those guys' faces, so you know, like how strong could they really be?
Okay, I'm done.
Retro Jim says
going to retire.
he ceases being Aquaman and becomes man when he leaves the water. So yeah.
He just, yeah, I don't know. You know, whatever, guys. Whatever. I'm done. You broke the Zoom.
I thought he should have done something like Hellboy, where he has to have that little thing around his neck to breathe in water when he's out of the water.
The fish guy, yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a little bit more realistic to try to give him some
That
limitations.
guy was a better writer. The writer for Hellboy is an excellent writer.
Those are good movies too.
Hellboy 2?
Well, you know. What was the Golden Army one? That was 3? 2?
You didn't like the demons and stuff in Hellboy 2, dude? I love those guys. Man.
Hellboy 1 was much better.
The first one's always better. Yeah,
One
one
of
of them.
want 2 red mobs or 2 graveyard mobs?
Sure, there's one back here though if you wanted to.
Oh, okay, go ahead and grab it. I didn't see it.
It spawned right as you were walking by.
You guys kill that. I'll be right back with a red one. I'm gonna pull with a snare. That way I get 2.
Have you guys heard if they're gonna make a new Batman movie, or did that whole like Martha thing kind of destroy him for all time?
Why would that have destroyed him?
I don't know. Everybody seems to make fun of it when they do videos online with the Superman and Batman.
Oh, it resisted. For dead.
I know they're talking about the Superman guy coming back to life, right? Are they picking the same actor?
Superman came back
I
to
think
life?
so. I think Henry Cavill's pretty.
Well, you know, at the end of the Batman Superman movie, they show like the Earth floating, which doesn't make a lot of sense because Superman's never had the power to levitate anything other than himself.
Superman is just. Superman and Goku are the same person, dude. He's Super Saiyan.
Oh, we're on a glyph. All right, switching.
Yeah, the forbidden.
You know about Goku, anything?
I have watched a little bit of that one. Somebody was telling me that don't watch the original, but watch. There was another version of it where they take out.
Yeah, don't watch the one where he's a little boy. Watch the one where he's actually Goku. That's Dragon Ball Z.
Because it's the same, right?
No, well, one was Dragon Ball Z, and then the other was Dragon Ball Z, like Budokai or something like that, or Booty Call, or Booty in the anime.
It's the same story. It just has less of the whatever the space that they kind of throw in there for the nonsense.
Well, in one he's a boy. In one he's a child. He's an actually little boy, and in the other one he's actually the hero that everybody loves. So don't watch the one where he's a boy because it's you might like it. I thought it was dumb.
What?
With the one where he's an actual guy is badass, dude. I love that. I watched that stuff when it first came to America, and I dug it.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of anime lately, especially ones that are on that Funimation site because they just have so many I've never even seen before. Some of them are pretty good. A lot of coming-of-age stories for teenagers, apparently. There's one right now called Assassination Classroom that I'm watching, and it's about a creature that doesn't say he's an alien, although he looks like an alien, with a big happy face on him. And the goal is you have to kill him before the end of the year because he's going to destroy the planet. It sounds weird, but it's actually pretty cool. Like, the storyline they put in there, the acting, the voice acting, definitely. And, I don't know, I'm kind of addicted to this. I've been watching the first season. I don't know if there's more or not, but...
Oh, that sounds cool.
Definitely not as good as one of those shows, what is it called? Sword Art Online. Like, those have to be some of my favorite anime out there.
We watched that, we rented it, the new King Arthur, and it wasn't bad. It had some weird ways they did the action stuff, but it had a couple slow spots, but overall I thought the story was really good, and it was a good movie, to be honest.
It had a lot of good action in it, man.
I didn't like the way they did the action in it, though. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Is it a lot of like cutscenes, or what are you talking about?
Little Matrix-y, kind of, maybe.
Oh, really? For
that era, this just seems out of...
That is kind of out of place. I've never seen that in a fantasy, kind of medieval...
It was cool. Don't get me wrong. It fit somewhat, but it just seems different, you know. But it was a good story. I liked it.
You don't see too many movies doing that Matrix thing anymore. I think it kind of got stereotyped as the Matrix.
Well, it's
For
not
sure.
completely like the Matrix, but it's
A little
it's
bit.
enough. It's enough related to it that it makes you feel that way. You know what I mean?
So about 3 yellows in the time we've been here, AC. That's not bad, man. That's a good experience, dude.
That is a good experience. I'm
Our
almost
level.
I'm almost about the level myself. I got about 1.5 blues to go. So I might get it before I have to leave.
Damn, these spells are proccing like crazy, dude. These Shadow Knight spells, the Vampiric Embrace and the Grimoire, it's like they're proccing like crazy.
Hey, Signic. Yeah, it's the same thing with Retro Gym. You gotta hunt through some of them to find the good anime. Dorks watch anime. Cool dudes play emulated Everquest servers.
I'm definitely a dork, man, but I guess I'm cool with that guy too. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, a little bit of both. A little bit of both for sure.
Double Dipper. How's your mana? Sorry.
74%, sir.
So I can pull the other two from the graveyard.
I like
I believe so.
the animated shows out there just because it seems like they put. You get to see a different culture for one, because it does seem like a lot of them are based from Japan. But it seems like they put a lot more storyline in those shows than they do in just modern television shows today. So it kind of gives me the feel of what I'm looking for, even though it's cartoony.
Space Dandy was a good anime like that. Had been released on. I like that, dude. The fact that it was only one season was a plus for me, man. It was good. So
They finished it up though, like that from beginning to
Yeah,
end.
yeah. You had closure. I didn't like the way it ended, but I did like the anime. I thought it was cool, man, and it was funny too. So, hello, sir. You wanna come with
There
me?
was another one that I liked
Come with
that
me if you want to live.
they made a couple movies off of, but they ended it. It was that one where they had the ship, and he had picked up a couple other passengers, and there was a little girl in there, and there was a few other guys, and he was
That's
like
Space Cowboy.
Space Cowboy Bebop. Yeah.
Yeah, Space Cowboy Bebop. That's a good anime, man. One of the better ones out there, in my opinion, dude.
I didn't like how they
Yeah.
ended that one either. Like that one didn't really end. It was kind of left open where they could continue it, and they never did. So I really wish they had gone back.
Man, that's still good. I didn't get to the graveyard. That
60%, dude. About 60%. 55 actually. If you'll turn that mob AC to where the pet can hit it in the back, the pet will do a little bit more damage. It's not much, but it'll do a little bit more damage.
Yeah, you guys have been burning these things down so fast. I hadn't really been worrying about it. I was at the very beginning, but he's dead now.
It's a good habit to get into for later levels, brother.
Yeah.
Especially when the mage pets start backstabbing. Oh my god, dude.
Well, there's only 3 of them. All right, one's rooted.
Oh, there is 3.
There's another one rooted. Did we root right on top of each other?
That's,
How far I
that's
get?
fine.
Okay.
That's fine. We got.
These are pretty easy. We killed Ix last night with the Necros Guild, man.
Oh yeah, Ixablat.
Mm-hmm.
Necro Guild? What do you mean Necro Guild?
My Necros, my guild that my Necros in. Sorry, Second
Oh,
Sons.
okay.
You should join that one if you're a big. I mean, just because they're all big. What's that show you watch again? We just talked about.
Anime.
Game of Thrones fans?
Second Sons. They're
Game of Thrones?
the winner. Yeah, game. They're like named after and based on. Game
Oh
of Thrones.
yeah, a lot of Starks in there, and
Yeah.
Winter is Never Coming subtitles.
Yeah.
Fuck you, AC.
One guy's name
is.
One guy's name is I Banged My Sister.
They teased me with it for too long. Like I gotta tease them with it every once in a while, you know. Like I like the show. So those of you that are like, oh, he hates it. No, I actually like the show. It's just, come on, man. 5 years, 6 years.
It took 6 seasons. Spoiler alert, guys. It took about 6 seasons for Winter to finally get there.
In case anybody doesn't know, AC doesn't even like Star Wars. So.
I do like the original Star Wars. I like the original
Yeah.
Star Wars. 4, 5, and
dude.
6.
Dude, I can't believe you didn't like The Force Awakens or Rogue One, dude.
I liked
Those were
Rogue.
both
I liked
fucking-
Rogue One. Force Awakens was just a remake.
He told me the only reason I like Rogue One is because everyone dies. That's the only reason I like it.
It was a good rehash, dude. Oh, everyone dies is why you liked it. Okay.
That's not true. And everybody doesn't die in that one.
What a fucking bad.
Like if everyone died at the end of 1, 2, and 3, he would have loved that shit.
If everybody had died at the beginning of 1, 2, and 3, I probably would have loved that one.
You guys got Sal? Read group chat, guys. If you got a Sal, say aye.
I have Sal.
Aye, mister.
Aye.
The only one I liked was Phantom Menace. That was from Sick Nick.
Okay, that's one.
Dude, Darth Maul kicked ass in that movie, dude. Oh God, thank you, sir.
That would
Maul
be
was
one
amazing.
that most say is or not most, but some say is the worst too. So that's
Because it has Jar Jar.
Yeah, Jar Jar Binks.
Means I think I'm gonna ruin the movie.
I'll tell you what, man. Who was that? Sick Nick.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were just because of Darth Maul, but if you like comics at all, get some of the Darth Maul comics because the stories are amazing. Like,
yeah, Darth Maul's a badass character, dude.
If you leave Phantom Menace thinking, man, I wish I knew more about Darth Maul, I wish they did more with him, get the comics and read the comics because they are amazing. They really are.
17% mana, guys. If you're thinking about pulling.
Oh, okay, I'll slow down then.
Yeah, I do wish they had done more with Darth Maul. He was a great character. Did seem to have a lot of potential. Fortunately, they kill him off. But
They brought him back in the cartoons with spider legs. You know?
Yeah.
I didn't watch cartoons.
Oh God, it hurts.
Force Awakens forcefully put me to sleep.
I liked it, man. Especially the scene with spoilers.
Spoilers are done, dude.
The scene with Vader at the end, dude. The scene with Vader at the end was so badass, dude. It made the whole movie for me. Oh no, that was Rogue One. Sorry, guys, that was Rogue One. But no. The thing I liked about Force Awakens was, they did kind of do the Death Star. They rehashed everything, but the planet, man, the planet was cool. Han Solo died. That was a good part of the movie. It was very touching. Died? Oh God!
wait, who's Luke Skywalker's father?
Han Solo.
Yeah. Han Solo was Luke Skywalker's father, and Luke Skywalker stabbed Han Solo in the stomach with a lightsaber on a bridge.
And a spoon, because it would hurt more, cousin.
And it popped out one of his eyeballs with a spoon. Yes, with a teaspoon.
It was pretty graphic. But yeah, if you had seen 4, 5, and 6, there was no reason whatsoever to watch Force Awakens. You can skip over that one and still be completely caught up to what's going on.
I mean, it's got a lot of good things. By
good things, you mean like
it had that lightsaber,
minutes?
man. It had the shock lance stormtrooper who became a meme, dude. You know?
Yeah, I didn't like that guy.
I mean, look at it this way: it's going to be known for taking Han Solo out of the franchise, and it's also going to be known as Carrie Fisher's last movie, unless they did put her in some of the others, or cameoed, or CGI her into the other ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
It's going to be an important film.
They better not. They better not CGI her into any other movies, dude. That would piss me off.
They did it with Arnold.
They CGI'd her in the end of Rogue One, but as young, they couldn't put her in there.
Yeah, but she was actually alive when that happened. She was alive and she participated. So she's not alive. Yeah, that would not be.
Did you like the CGI Tarkin in that? Because I didn't think it was bad. I thought it
was great, dude. I thought, that's fucking Tarkin. He's a badass, dude. He's gonna kill millions of people, dude. Yeah. I didn't have a problem with that at all, dude. Some people are funny, man. Some people like what they like, and they don't like what they don't like, and that's funny, dude.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be, because he was saying, like, in 10 years, people are going to see it for what it is. I think when it comes to Star Wars, you have all sorts of people, and some people like the original 3, some people like the ones that came later. You're going to have people who like Force Awakens and people who don't. I think that's fine, because I think the series overall will survive, because those who like the original ones have a lot to look at. They have all those, and I just leveled right there. They have all the books that came out, they have all the lore and video games that were there. Those that like the Disney part, we'll have a lot to look forward to in the future. I'm probably not going to be one of them, but, I definitely won't pay to watch another Star Wars movie. I'll watch it when it comes out on TV.
Out of the three, out of,
Are you kidding
on
me,
TV?
dude?
Not even the dollar red box or
No,
whatever
no,
it
no,
is?
no money,
Oh my
no money
God.
whatsoever in their pockets.
The communism is real, son.
All right, so
It's
I look
real.
at it like this. Out of the 3 original movies, what was your favorite?
Out of the 3 originals, that's hard to say because I liked all 3 almost equally. But the one that starts off on the snow planet, just because I like snow.
Yeah.
That's Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
And
Mine
that's
was
my
Return of the Jedi. Mine's Return of the Jedi.
Empire
Because
Strikes
it's the
Back's
first.
my favorite. But the point is there was there's an opportunity for them to do better on the second one. Is my point. You know what I mean?
Oh, there's plenty of room for them to do
Oh
better.
God! I just tapped. Oh God!
Zone it.
Other than that,
What happened? What was
I
it?
tagged a train and it's red to me.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, I could.
That's
The Glyph one was blue, but the other one, the Achille, he's
Yeah,
definitely red.
But that's the point is, Empire Strikes Back is my favorite, and that was the second one. Not that I disliked the first one, though. You know what I mean? But then you have a whole generation. Like, if you ask my son what his favorite is, his is 3. Where, Obi-Wan and Anakin, or Darth Vader, when he
Oh,
turned
yeah,
white.
the
That's his
style is
favorite
red to me, dude.
out of all of them.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. There's people out there that will like all of it. I'm not putting down the series as a whole just because I don't care for it. Like, to each their own. But my own
But
personal
you're not going to go
flavor.
watch any of the new movies?
I'll
Dude, I
watch.
can't
I'll
wait
watch
to
the
see
new movies.
next-
I'll watch them when they come out on TV 5 years later.
Oh my God, dude! Why don't you go stand in a puddle, Aquaman?
Get a catfish?
Jesus Christ. I love you, AC, but that's weird, dude. I can't wait to see the Star Wars movie, dude. I'm looking.
It's one of the things that I have looked forward to this year. It's going to be freaking amazing, dude.
They're actually talking about doing an Obi-Wan standalone movie, too.
Oh, dude, I hope they do an Obi-Wan standalone. I hope they do a Darth Vader standalone. I'd love to see a Darth Vader standalone, dude. Like the part where he after the third movie, Return of the Jedi, where he goes off and he kills all the other Jedi that are hiding. No, after what was the third one? In the first one?
Ghost Prison is that comic or that comic line.
Yeah, but what's the movie? It was the prequels. The third movie in the prequels. What was it called?
Return of the Jedi.
No.
What are you talking?
No.
Oh, prequels. Not Clone Wars. It's after Clone Wars. What was it called?
I don't know.
Star Wars 3, obviously. I got it in front of me. Hold on. Let me look. It's right here beside me. Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge
Because
of
I
the
have
Sith.
all the
Yep.
posters sitting right beside me.
Yeah, after that movie, he goes and kills off other Jedi who didn't get destroyed due to Order 66. And I would love to see a movie dedicated. I'd love to see a series of movie dedicated to him killing those Jedi.
Revenge of the Sith?
Yep, after Revenge of the Sith. Yep.
I think it's Ghost Prison is the name of it. And, I mean, I don't want to... If you read it, kudos, but it's pretty much shows how badass Vader is. Like, he just walks into places and
Just
annihilates the whole place. You know what I
Master
mean?
Jedi, yeah, just kills everybody, dude. And I'd love Jedi. I mean, Darth Vader's my jam, dude. So I'd love to see that happen in a video game.
You left, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Okay.
have to head out here in
I
a
keep
few minutes.
thinking,
So, yeah, I would love to see a movie based off of the Emperor, though, because, like, what does he do in that dark room the other 96% of the time he's not on camera?
He masturbates a lot.
Something. He's doing something
A
in
lot
there.
of
And it has to be really
of
evil. Because he has 2 guards in there to protect him, just in case. So.
He's got that laugh, when he's about to finish. He's
So he practices that in the corner.
You will die. You
They
will
don't
come. You will orgasm.
One, ha, 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 ha. No, I mean, he's probably pretty uber, too, but he's never really gotten the screen time to show it.
He made Darth Vader his bitch until Darth Vader killed him.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm
But
saying.
yeah,
Like,
I mean,
be pretty cool
Darth
to see.
Vader was the chosen one. Darth Vader was he was the one born of the Force. He was the most badass Force user to ever live. And the Emperor cowed him up until Darth Vader was like, "Okay, I've had enough of your crap, Emperor. It's time for me and you to have a talk." And then he grabbed him up and threw him off a very long fall.
There was a video game that came out where you could play, light side or dark side, and they just recently remade it not too long ago. But in that one, you got to go to, like, the Sith Academy. If you chose to go down the evil side, you got to rebuild it and kind of go down and participate. There was other students in there, and it was really cool because you could actually betray your fellow students, or you could work with them. And even when you betrayed them, as long as you didn't go overboard, Like there is a little bit of you have to be loyal to the guy above you, otherwise he's just gonna kill you immediately. So like it's a very fine line of how evil you can be. Like everybody just assumes like all the Sith are just pure evil, but I would love to see them like delve more into that and kind of talk a little bit about how they do have to walk that fine line.
Oh, I got 3 incoming. Well, there's always 2. You know the old saying. There's always 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back it up, back it up.
But guys, we're going to
Back
go
it up,
ahead and
back it up.
end the stream here. I definitely want to thank all of you guys for watching. As always, if you're watching on my channel, go check out Hydros Inc. If you want to tell them a little bit.
I'm going through all the Telltale Walking Dead games, guys. And I'm probably going to play a lot more of the Walking Dead, the Telltale games. Like I'm definitely probably going to do the Game of Thrones series and a couple other games. But right now, I'm focused on the Walking Dead. Number 2 is coming up. 400 Days, the downloadable content that is a part of the first video is coming out too. I'm going to be playing that. I'm going to show you guys that. So a lot of Telltale stuff. I got a couple of new games that are coming out. Actually, one that AC called me. Gave me. I can't remember what the name of the game was, but yeah, a lot of new games coming down the pipe from my channel. So, thank you, sir.
And we also have Dono03.
Hey, what's up?
You would tell him. I know you're doing a lot of retro games lately.
Yeah, I've got some coming in the mail. So actually, I have Strider here. I just need to get off my butt and do it.
Strider, yeah, I just Tara gifted that to me, so I'm gonna be making a video of that too, man. Yeah.
All right. I have Strider, Shadowrun, Mother 1 and 2, which is pretty much Earthbound, I guess. And then what else do I have?
Mother.
EverQuest, the PlayStation 2 EverQuest.
Not about
the console
to
one.
see
I
your
can't remember the name off
life.
the top of my head.
And if you want to buy hell with me.
But there you guys go. There's
That's
some
dancing,
things to
Mother,
look
baby.
forward to, and I'm definitely looking forward to that the Mother ones because I loved Earthbound. So if they're anything like that,
Mother.
Dude, I'm hooked on that Heroes of the Broken Land right now.
I saw that.
Blobber.
See
Yeah,
episode
that
6
looks like
already.
a cool game, dude. That looks like
I
a cool
just-
game.
I just put a video out, but the next video, I get a sorcerer. I just found out I'm going to get a sorcerer, so
Nice.
Oh, very cool, dude.
we can't wait to figure out what the sorcerer does.
So
There was a mechanic in that game that one of the videos that I watched. And me and you were talking about the other day that I really enjoyed, really liked. Man, I wish I could remember what it was, dude.
But as always, guys, till next time, I'm not going to be on later today, but I will be on hopefully tomorrow. So if you guys want to watch some more videos, definitely check in then.
Not about to see the light.
See ya.
Later.